I'm joined with Bisexual Lion from Team Stonks, as well as Team Are You Not Amused, and Kreamypie from Team The Heathers, as well as Team Leftovers. And they will combine forces to create the name Kreamy Bisexual. So my first question for both of you is, how do you two know each other?
We actually met in high school, went to the same high school together.
Yep.
And been lifelong pals ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely.
Do
My
you
bestie.
do you agree with this,
Oh, yeah.
Kreamypie, or is it a different story?
Yeah. I mean, like our older brothers were best friends, so we were like naturally forced upon each other, but it worked out.
Naturally force upon each other. Okay.
It was just
Yeah,
assumed that we liked each other. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
I feel like this
Beautiful.
was more of like a one-way friendship at this point.
it's not.
I'm joined with Sailormoonshine from Team Bob and WeenerBBBoopin from Team Blueball Boys. And these two will combine and join forces and become Weenershine. So my first question for either one of you to answer is, how do you two know each other?
It goes way back. We met back in 1994 in Seattle. No, I met him a couple months ago in the BBB server. We both played Clash against each other, and my team that was also called BBB was against his in the finals. So afterwards we started talking, and that's how we met.
WeenerBoopin, do you confirm or do you deny this?
I wish we didn't talk. I should have dodged that clash, man.
Honestly.
Did you win or lose, Boopin? Or do you not want to talk about it?
You know, those are dark times.
He lost. We won.
I don't know if you won.
I was a little bit carried by my team, but I can still say that I technically won.
I don't like technicalities here, okay? I don't like those. Yeah, her team won. She added me and eventually infiltrated our Discord server, and I haven't been able to get rid of her. Honestly,
Indeed.
it's rough, man.
I'm here on a very lengthy espionage quest to get information on BBB. Next time we're in Clash of secret insider info.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually have access to all of their team chats and all of their conversations.
That's true.
So I'll send you a link to my PayPal, and then we can discuss a price, and then I can give you all that information, okay?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Before you do that, let me get one last message in there.
Okay. I'm going to your team chat right now.
There we go.
Whoa. Okay. That's something.
Whoa.
Whoa. She's never gonna expect that one.
I will never expect it.
It's something I've actually never said to her.
Never.
Yet.
Being a keyword.
Yeah.
Until the payment goes through.
Of course. Absolutely. I'm joined with Meggo and Dr. Phil, who are both teammates on Team The Heathers. These two are teaming up for the Duos tournament, and with their names combined, they form Dr. Meggo. So my first question for either one of you to answer is, how do you two know each other?
We're engaged.
Yeah.
Oh. And then how did that happen? What's the lore?
Well, we met through TeamSpeak on back before Discord, on like a server like this one, like a gaming server where people come and play together, and we were friends at first, and then just started talking a little bit more. Decided to try like online dating, however, that works, and then we met each other in person for the first time in like October of 2015 or something like that. Then yeah, dated for 7 years almost, and then I moved to Connor's, where Connor lives, and yeah, got engaged this year.
Do you agree with this story, Dr. Phil?
Checks out.
Nice. Okay, so I want you both to answer this question. Between the two of you, which person knows their partner the best?
I kind of feel like Megan knows me better. She's more perceptive, I think, than me.
Meggo, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say it's Yeah, or equal. Maybe I do know Connor better than he knows me, but I don't know. It's pretty equal.
Between the both of you, which person knows their partner the best?
I mean, all
This
she does
is-
is play
hmm.
Jana. She likes plants, pink,
I do.
cats. She likes sushi. She knows nothing about me, so I think I win here.
Boopin's an enigma. I truly don't know if he's like a real person or just like a figment of my imagination
Boop.
sometimes. He also has like the tendency to like just ask me random questions about my life, like, oh, what's your favorite food? I'll just like see that message at 3 a.m. and I'm like, damn, my favorite food sushi. What's yours? But like I think Boopin knows more about me for sure.
See, that's the secret. I never answer back. So
Maybe Boopin's on the espionage quest.
this is all for next clash.
Exactly.
So yeah, I am the clear winner here.
You both can answer this. Between the two of you, which person knows their partner the best?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Go ahead, Duncan.
I'm gonna say I know you more. However, my reasoning behind that is I'm a little bit more of a secretive person than you.
Mhm. Yep. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't. You're kind of private, and I'm all out in the open.
Yeah,
So
he's
yeah.
very out there.
Okay. So you both would be in agreement that Bisexual Lion knows more about you, Kreamypie, than you know about Bisexual Lion, Kreamy?
Yes, he does. But I will say, I would always love to sit down and have a chat to know more about him if he's willing to open up to me anytime. But
Okay.
that's his prerogative.
You know, you're really blaming this on me, but at the same time, I do in fact leave my house once in a while.
Okay, whatever. Moving on, Spencer.
All right. Well, let's put this to the test. Instead of me asking questions and one of you answering them, I wanted to play a game.
Oh, I'm very scared.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you will need to answer it on your partner's behalf. If your partner confirms that your answer is accurate, then you'll get a point. So, for example, I may ask Kreamypie, what is Bisexual Lion's favorite color? And you may say, Bisexual Lion's favorite color is red. And once you lock in your final answer, Bisexual Lion will tell you what their answer really is. Like I said previously, if your answer about your partner is correct, you will receive a point. If it is wrong, you won't receive anything. Both of you will answer the same questions for your partner, so you should both have an equal chance of winning. Are you guys up for the game?
Sure.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Okay. And for the sake of the game, please do not lie about the truth. Please be honest if your partner guessed/answered correctly. No one's going to get anything for winning. This is just for pure fun. So who wants to be the first to answer questions about their partner? Or do I flip a coin?
First. I'll go first.
Are you okay with that, Bisexual Lion?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I tried to arrange these questions from most likely for you to know to least likely. So the questions should be harder as they go on.
Okay.
So we'll do all the questions first with you, Kreamypie, answering on behalf of Bisexual Lion, and Bisexual Lion you confirm or deny, and then you answer it, and then we'll rotate, and then you need to guess Kreamypie's.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So Kreamypie, what is your partner's real life name?
Oh, Duncan. Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
I can confirm.
Well done. 1 point to Kreamypie.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Next question. What is your partner's favorite champion to play?
That's a tough one. I would have to say Rengar. I'm not really sure if I'm correct, but that's my final answer.
Aha, you fell right into my trap. It's actually Yumi.
Yeah.
Oh, what an idiot. Okay, no points for
gosh.
Kreamypie on that one.
No, it is absolutely Rengar. He's correct on that.
Okay. Well done. 2 points so far. 100% accuracy.
Woo!
What is your partner's favorite hobby that is not a video game?
Hobby. I would say he doesn't really have one. Duncan, I don't think you really have one, but maybe like, okay, can I answer two things? No, I can't answer that. I have to answer one. Okay, I would say maybe working out. maybe. I don't know. Is hanging out with friends a valid option? Like, is that a hobby?
Yep,
I'll go with working out. Final answer. That's it.
Okay, well, I do respect. I can absolutely understand and respect that choice. However, I would actually say it was cooking.
Ooh.
Sorry, my mouth. Oh, I mean,
you can say it's fine.
oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Damn.
boy, this is gonna
Yeah,
take hours to
that's
edit.
That's I feel so bad. I should have known that one.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll see if he nails your hobby. Okay, next question. What is your partner's age?
He is my age. He's 23.
Okay,
I'm
you kind
24.
of spoiled.
What?
Are you
Are you?
24 bisexual Lion?
I am.
Oh.
When? Since when?
Oh, no, don't answer that. Don't answer that because that's the next question.
Oh,
What is your
no.
What is your partner's date of birth?
Date of birth. Duncan.
Looking through
God.
his schedule right now.
Can I look through my calendar?
No,
I
no one
can't.
can look that. No one can look up these questions.
Can he call a friend?
Your birthday, dude. What? Okay, well, if you already had your birthday, you're 24. That means that you're November. No, it's the same as Jeremy's. Okay, so it's March 20. Nope, March 14th. I'm gonna go with March 14th.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Final answer, March 14th?
Ooh,
You were so close.
you were.
Ah,
You were so close.
What
March
is it?
20th.
I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Now you get to know your partner a bit better. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
I can feel our synergy
Yeah.
strengthen.
Okay.
Right on. Next question. What is your partner's biggest fear?
Biggest fear. Death.
Final answer?
Final answer. Yep.
Duncan?
It is not. My biggest fear is actually, honestly, it's going crazy.
Oh.
Oh.
Couldn't have just said death for the sake of me, could you? Okay.
Don't
not gonna-
don't say things like that. He might go crazy.
Yeah, see? See?
Stop triggering him.
What is your partner's song that they would choose to sing at karaoke night?
Oh. Oh my. What is that song?
I know that song. Do you want to go with that song?
Yes.
Okay, would you sing the Tequila Song by Bisexual Lion?
I would absolutely sing the tequila song. if I
Hey,
liked it.
wow,
That is-
you got another
That is
point.
an absolute banger, and nobody has ever performed it better.
Jeez. Okay, well done. I didn't think you were going to get that because I felt like that was going to be a hard one. That's why I put it closer to the end. Next question. What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
You mean
Biggest. Oh. Being a know-it-all, like someone who's a know-it-all. Final answer.
Duncan?
I'd say that would be justified. However, oh,
Do you even know what your biggest pet peeve is?
I don't really know what my biggest pet peeve is,
Hmm.
except for like hitting my toes on wooden cornered objects. It's a pretty big.
That's a
pet
stupid
peeve of
one.
mine.
Just say.
I feel like everyone hates
let's,
that. I
Let's
wouldn't
redo
call
this
that pet
again,
peeve.
and then he answers yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it again. So, Creamy Pie, what is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
I think that he hates hitting his toes off of. I've heard him talk about this actually. He hates hitting his toes off of the corner of wooden objects. Yeah. Final answer.
Okay, Bisexual Lion, is that accurate or is that false?
That is absolutely false because it's actually just know-it-alls.
I don't like it here.
What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
A knife. That's it.
What kind of
Final
knife?
answer. A big knife. Big sharp knife. Final answer.
That's not inaccurate. But yes, it would be a knife. Woo!
Ooh, okay. So 4 points for Kreamy. What is your partner's favorite thing about you?
Whoa. Like Duncan's favorite thing about me. Okay.
Correct. What do you think he likes the most about you?
About me. Sorry. I gotta think about this one.
I know there's a lot to choose from, so take your time.
No, there's probably not. I would say. God, like, I want to. This sounds like weird. Like, I'm fun, I guess. Like, I'm like bubbly, kind of. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm fun and bubbly. Final answer.
Okay, Bisexual Lion, what is your favorite thing about Kreamypie?
I think, although being fun and bubbly does not hurt, I think it's actually more of the way he actually handles situations that he's in. Because he
Okay.
tries to handle them very calmly, very cleanly, and actually hears people out whenever they talk.
Oh.
So he tries to put in effort to properly understand everybody's side of the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Right on.
I like that. That was really good. I'm gonna have to think of a really good one when it comes to that question.
Okay, so if I calculated everything correctly, Kreamypie, you got 4 points.
Woo!
Now we're going to switch it over. So Duncan, you need to answer these questions on behalf of your partner. Are you ready?
Okay, here we go.
Okay. What is your partner's real life name?
Joshua.
Final
This is
answer?
true.
Oh, okay, I guess it's
That's
true.
it.
Oh!
Okay.
My God, I crashed the
Here we
game.
go. I'm locking in my answer, boys.
Okay, what is your partner's favorite champion to play?
I'm debating on whether or not it's Irelia or Yumi, but I'm gonna have to go with Yumi right now, seeing as though it's the one who got him banned on Twitter.
Wait. Don't answer this yet, Kreamypie. What do you mean banned on Twitter? What did you do?
I might have like went on Twitter, my alt Twitter account, and like underneath the Yumi nerfs, I was like, I know you considered like nerfing Yumi. Have you ever considered
Oh my gosh.
So I whatever. Anyway, his answer, if he answered that a week ago before the nerfs, sure, but I would say Irelia, so his answer is wrong.
Well, did you not hear about what happened with the patch?
They got reversed. Yeah, I heard about that. But
So you're saying he's wrong?
yeah.
Next question. What is your partner's favorite hobby that is not video games?
I would say making music, but I don't think that, because he also does that as a source of income, so I don't think a job really counts as a hobby.
Okay.
So I'm going to say makeup.
Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I follow
yes,
your
that is-
Instagram accounts. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes. that is correct.
Oh, another point for Bisexual Lion. All right.
Yes.
Now your partner kind of leaked this, but we'll see if you remember. What is your partner's age?
32.
Okay.
No.
Get it? Because he's dyslexic. Get it?
23. Yeah.
Oh, there you
I
go.
wasn't even trying to make that joke. Yeah, that works.
So what's your final
This
answer?
is. Ooh,
23 is the final answer.
He's right. This is true.
Hey, well
23.
done. Okay.
Hey.
3 points to Bisexual Lion. What is your partner's date of birth?
Can I call the friend?
No, can't look it up either. That's cheating.
I'm gonna go with June 23rd.
Final answer?
Yes.
Kreamy?
That is close. It is June 17th.
God damn it!
Ooh, nice try. You both were really close. Respect that. At least you didn't say like December 30th or something. What is your partner's biggest fear?
Ooh. I'm gonna say spiders.
Final answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna say arachnophobia.
Okay. Kreamy?
That is wrong. I don't know what it's called, but it's like being in the middle of water, being surrounded by water, like big. I don't know what the word is for it, but being completely surrounded by water is probably my biggest fear.
I'm
Really?
gonna Google it. Being surrounded by
Yes.
water.
I would have
Phobia?
never guessed that. That's awesome.
Yes.
Or not.
The
That's not awesome. But...
Thanks,
Thalassophobia
yeah.
is an intense phobia or fear of large bodies of water.
Yes.
Thalassophobia.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I never would have gotten that, but okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Next question. What is your partner's song that they would choose to sing at karaoke night?
Super Bass by Nicki Minaj.
Kreamy?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
That checks out.
okay. As long as I calculated everything, it's tied right now.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
Straight people.
Final answer?
Woo! No. I'm gonna say I think when people don't get social cues.
Kreamy?
That's actually a really good one. I actually kind of didn't think about that one, but I think mine ultimate would probably be know-it-alls. Yeah. But that's a really good one.
Okay. Still tied here. What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
Favorite kitchen utensil. I'm gonna say a fork.
Final answer?
Yes.
Kreamy?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh!
Oh, here we go, lads.
Bisexual Lion takes the lead. What is your partner's favorite thing about you?
Whoa.
I want to say something involving sweatpants, but I don't think that's gonna be one.
Girl.
I'm gonna say the comedic effect I bring.
Final answer?
Yes.
Kreamy?
Yeah, I guess. I was gonna go more with like his like sweetness and kindness. I know he gives like a rough, persecutive exterior, but genuinely, like he's really sweet to talk to. So I would say that. But the fun thing is good too. But he's genuinely really kind and sweet. So yeah.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
No. All right. This is the last question, and we'll Kreamy, you'll answer on Bisexual Lion's behalf, and then we'll switch it.
Okay.
We'll make it interesting. If Kreamypie, you get this correct, and Bisexual Lion, you get this incorrect, then we'll do a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So we'll
I'm
mix it up. So Kreamypie, you answer first, and Bisexual Lion, you might need to think about this question because I'm sure you weren't thinking about this. What is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
Uh,
Wait, I'm answering for him,
Kreamypie
right?
answers for you, Bisexual
sorry.
Lion, and then we switch.
Okay.
We'll make it interesting. If you're 5% away, whether it's above or below, we'll count that as a point because 1 in 100 is quite rare.
Okay. I would say like a 75.
Okay. Final answer?
Yes.
Bisexual Lion, what is your level of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
I'd say about 70-75% right now.
Oh, he's tied it up.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's switch it over. You need to guess what Kreamypie's percentage is.
Ooh.
What is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
Well, I'm gonna say after this interview is probably gonna be raised because we're probably gonna talk about an actual strategy. But he also did read the rules and he noticed that there's no banning of champions here.
Correct.
So that'd probably raise that confidence level pretty high. So I'm gonna say 75% as well. I'm gonna say about 75%.
Final answer?
Yes.
Kreamy?
I was gonna say 80%. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if I calculate everything correctly, you guys are right. Bisexual Lion knows you slightly, just a teeny bit better.
Whatever.
All right, well, thanks for playing. So Bisexual Lion wins the game against Kreamypie 6 points to 5 points. Their combined total is 11 points. Now let's pass it on to WeenerBBBoopin and Sailormoonshine to see how they performed during this game. So who wants to go first to answer the questions about their partner? Or should I coin flip it?
Coin flip.
it.
All right, I'll stream this on Discord.
For transparency.
Of course, I don't want you guys to think it's rigged. Okay, so tell me once you're in the stream.
What's your PayPal? What's your PayPal? How much for heads?
I'm in the stream, yeah.
Okay, Wiener, you make the call since you seem to be the more knowledgeable one. So, okay, so you make the call, and then whatever it lands on will be the person that needs to answer the questions about their partners first.
Gotcha.
So, Wiener, what's your guess? Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right, I'm gonna flip it. Here we go. Heads. Okay, you're answering
Let's
questions about
go.
your partner first. Okay, you ready,
Ruben
Wiener?
just wants to take this opportunity to make me look bad.
I
We're both just slandering each other.
I mean, that's the goal, destroying, synergy before the tournament, of course. I'm doing this to everyone so far.
See, as long as I can make my team cry, that means I can make the enemy team cry.
Exactly.
So, first question. What is your partner's real-life name?
Ooh. Well, the only other name I know her by is Ella, but I don't know if that's shortened for anything.
Final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer, Ella.
Sailormoonshine?
That is indeed my real life name.
Oh,
I nailed
That's
that.
crazy.
1 point to
No.
Boopin. All right, next question, Boopin. What is your partner's favorite champion to play?
Jana.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Okay, so I assume based off of your reaction that's accurate? Are you actually a
Indeed,
Tarek
yeah.
main?
I'm secretly a Nocturne main.
Oh, Boopin's still at
Dear
1 point.
God.
Wow.
Dear God.
That's
Can't believe you
crazy.
got that
No, I'm
wrong.
a Jana main.
What the hell?
All right, 2 points for Boopin. What is your partner's favorite hobby that is not video games?
Favorite hobby outside of video games. I think I only know one in knitting.
Final answer, knitting?
What else?
Alas, that is not my favorite hobby. That is a hobby I picked up recently.
Yeah. That's the only one I know though. So yeah. That's
Mhm.
unfortunate.
So Sailormoonshine, what is your favorite hobby then?
My favorite hobby is painting. I
Ooh.
am an oil painter.
Did you do the artwork for your Discord picture? Or is that just...
I did not. This is
Okay.
a commission that one of my friends did.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Artists supporting artists. I would also, I'm debating between painting and also figure skating because I did figure skating for around 10 years and it's like it was a career option for me at some point.
Oh, wow.
So like 2 hobbies.
So now you're trying to go professional league player?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we shall see after this tournament. What is your partner's age?
19.
Yes.
Okay, another point for Boopin. What is your partner's date of birth? Or their birthday, whatever. Day of the
I
year.
have no idea.
Then just make a guess. You have a 1 in 365 chance. Unless they're born in a leap year, then, well, good luck.
Oh no.
Just make a guess.
June 6th.
Final answer?
Yeah, June 6th, 04.
Sailormoonshine, when is your birthday?
My birthday is October 4th.
Wait a second, that's wild. That's my brother's birthday.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's weird.
that's really easy to remember now. Thank you.
I'm actually your brother.
What is your partner's biggest fear?
That's actually a good question. What the is it? I
See,
have no
keep this
idea.
information away from you for a very specific reason.
Uh-oh. Should we skip this
Against
question?
me. No.
I'm just gonna say tall people. So
Tall people.
yeah, because you're fucking short, they might step
It's
on
hard when you're 5'0".
you. You're
My
afraid I might
actual
step on
biggest
you.
fear. My actual biggest fear is like insects, but not arachnids. Spiders are cool. Specifically, insects are kind of scary.
What's the scariest insect?
Centipedes.
Interesting.
Centipedes are millipedes. They're just like they have too many legs. Like they're not allowed to have that many legs.
I think I can agree with that. Yeah.
Are you writing this stuff down, Boopin?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna mail me a bag of centipedes for my birthday.
And he
Specifically
knows
their
it now.
legs.
And he knows it, yeah.
There you go.
Happy birthday!
What is your partner's song they would choose to sing at karaoke night?
I don't even know what music she likes, so
Well, now you can learn. Make a guess. You have a 1 in like trillion chance.
that's pretty good odds actually.
How many songs are even out there, man?
I'll Google it.
Hold up. I need to see if there's a song named Bitch. There is. I'm going with Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
Meredith Brooks.
That's
I do like Meredith Brooks, so that's a very good coincidence, but it would not be that song.
what the
I know.
It's not Bitch.
It's not.
Well,
Okay, then what is your favorite song?
Oh, this is such a hard question.
Or not your favorite song, excuse me. What song would you choose to sing at karaoke night?
At
There's a difference.
karaoke.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably like anything by KDA. I feel like that has good karaoke energy.
Are you able to sing the non-English words?
I am. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
do speak Korean because my
Oh,
family's
perfect.
Korean.
Okay, well there you go. Something by KDA. Not any song in particular that comes to mind that's by KDA?
Nothing in particular. Probably the one that they did for Evelyn, because Evelyn is my favorite member of KDA and one of my favorite champions. But I forgot exactly what the song is called because I haven't listened to KDA in a hot minute.
Oh, okay. Are you ready, Boopin?
mm-hmm.
What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
I don't think she's ever actually been genuinely upset. Like any time I've talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm aware.
As far as you're aware.
So I have no idea. I mean, sometimes she just stops talking to me for like 8 hours.
True. I just
So like sometimes I'm like, did I say something? But she never says anything, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I have no idea.
So you're just gonna throw in the towel on this one?
That towel is on the ground, my man.
FF15.
I am out of the game.
All right. So
Get
then,
me out.
Sailor, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve are people that can't hold a conversation. Like when you message someone and you're like, "Oh, how was your day?" and they're like, "Good," and like there's no follow up, there's no yes and, so it's like really hard to like talk to them. I just like it makes me feel terrible.
So literally me.
Literally you, yes.
All right. I mean,
So your biggest pet peeve is WeenerBBBoopin.
My
Yeah, it's
biggest
just
pet
me.
peeve is WeenerBBBoopin.
Okay, let's go.
Not very many people can accomplish that.
Congratulations, you finally won something.
I'm doing something right.
What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
Kitchen utensil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I can name all kitchen utensils. I'll be honest. I'm going with
Sometimes a
knife.
man that eats with his hands. It is knife, yes.
Knife?
Let's
Ooh,
go.
okay. Point
She
for
wants to
Boopin.
stab me, so
Makes sense. Good choice.
I mean,
You are my biggest pet peeve, so
yeah.
What is your partner's favorite thing about you?
I don't know if this one has an answer.
I'll be honest. I don't think she likes me. Period. So, I mean, if anything, I would just say my voice.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Nice
Final answer?
ego.
That's my final answer.
Okay, Sailor. What is your favorite thing about WeenerBBBoopin?
I like that I like his sense of humor. I think he's fun to banter with. Sometimes I'll go on like random tangents and Boopin he doesn't mind. He's never like the kind of person that's like, "How was your day?" "Good." Like he always responds, and that's nice.
He always responds?
Like responds in a conversational way.
Oh.
I'll make sure to stop that.
I mean, you don't do that with me. I'm still wondering if you want a Hex Tech chest and key or a Masterwork chest for your prize. So,
Wait, what?
I
Wait a
messaged you.
second.
I messaged you and you never
You'll
got back to
never
me.
know.
I said, hey, here, I'm leaking the DMs. Hey there, your team won the vote for the most
Wow.
honorable team. Would you prefer a Hex Tech chest and key or a Masterwork chest as a reward? And I also said,
Okay,
as part of the
so-
blah, blah, blah. So I think you're
So
lying, Sailor.
I-
I'm not accepting that answer.
Wow.
I probably read that when I was still half asleep or still kind of asleep.
Of course.
You keep this up, Boopin, and you'll also be my biggest pet peeve.
Wow.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Boopin is the rank 1 pet peeve ending.
I'm finally doing something right.
There you go. I'm just teasing. But seriously, what do you want? Do you want a Masterwork chest or Hex Tech chest and key?
Give me a masterwork.
Okay, I'll send it to you later. And tell Tredo to also respond, please, if you're talking to him. He hasn't replied either. All right, time to switch it up. Sailor Moonshine, you're
Mhm.
going to be answering questions on the behalf of WeenerBBBoopin. Are you
Hell
ready?
Yeah. Indeed.
All right, like I said, the same questions to make it fair.
Okay.
So, first question. What is your partner's real-life name?
This is the one I was dreading because I genuinely have no clue. Boopin likes to keep his identity like really anonymous online. I remember when I first started talking to him, I heard his like dog in the background and I was like, "Oh my god, what's your dog's name? Can I see a picture of your dog?" And he just like doesn't show people his dogs. Like I think Boopin is like in a witness protection program.
Hmm.
So, my final answer is that I have no idea.
Just make a guess. Won't hurt to guess.
Your real name
Yeah,
is probably
yeah, what's
something
my
like
name? What's my name?
you're kind of a basic Midwestern man. So like
what's my name?
Connor.
Boopin, if you want to keep this private, I can cut it out, but is your name Connor?
I can't believe my duo doesn't know me.
I don't.
No, that is not my name.
Would
My
you like
name
to
is Colton?
Colton?
Oh, I knew it was
I-
with a C.
I don't actually keep this information private. I just don't go out of my way to tell people.
Maybe I
Mm.
just
You've
don't
never
listen
asked.
to you.
You've never asked me what my name is.
I don't, because I'm content calling you Boopin or Inter.
Exactly. Both are also kind of like my second and third names. So
Okay, next question for you to answer, Sailor, is what
Mhm.
is your partner's favorite champion to play?
So my heart says Neela because he's known for his Neela. Like that's the Boopin champion. Because like we joke that he's a bruiser main in an ADC body. Because he's just really good at bruisers, but he plays bot lane for some reason. So but then he also plays a lot of Ashe. And I've seen him play more Ashe than Neela, but I think it might be due to like matchup reasons. So, despite being very conflicted, I'm gonna go with Neela.
Final answer?
Yes.
Boopin, what is your favorite champion to play?
I'll be honest. I don't know.
You don't know?
Boopin doesn't like playing League.
I mean, kind of. I like to play in like organized fives. I hate playing with randoms on my team. I like not inting my lane.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll generally have fun with whatever doesn't int my lane game to game. To fully answer the question, as of the last few months, I would probably say yes to Nyla. Ask me in like a month, that answer might have changed.
So you'd say Nyla though,
It
as of
is.
this moment.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll give-
Nyla probably as of this moment. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll give a point to Sailor in that case.
Yeah,
Hell
she
yeah.
she has Engage, and I like Engage. That's why I like Ash,
Mhm.
Mm.
because my team kind of monkey brain,
Oh,
and I get to pull the trigger for monkey brain.
there you go. What is your partner's favorite hobby that is not video games?
Being annoying.
Final answer?
No. I think. What have you mentioned other than video games?
Have you asked?
I think I have, but I also have like the memory of a goldfish.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, shiny. I think aren't you into sports? I think I've seen you mention sports. So my final answer is sports of an unspecified variety.
Boopin?
Oof. It's not. I like to read.
Read.
I thought you were illiterate.
I'm illiterate when it comes to your messages.
You're illiterate when it comes to deciding if you want a masterwork chest or
What's your favorite?
Although I do like sports, but
what do you like to read?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a weeb. I generally like to read manga, right? Things like that. But my favorite book series would be The Wheel of Time.
Ooh,
I see. Are you ready to continue, Sailor?
indeed.
What is your partner's age?
Aren't you 26?
Final answer?
Yes.
Boopin?
Nope, I'm 27.
You're so old. I forgot how
Yep.
old you are.
Yep, I know.
Old, decaying.
Yep. Why do you think I feel so bad about myself?
Oh,
I know I'm decaying.
you're a young stallion in my heart, man. Okay, what is your partner's date of birth? Whoa, sounds like someone's having a
Oh.
rough time.
That is said dog that I finally know how he looks like.
Nice.
Isn't your birthday in March? March 17th. I'm just saying a random date.
Boopin, can you talk or dog too loud?
Dog too loud.
Dog too loud, I
Sag.
guess. Give him a minute.
This is why I like cats. Cats are loud, but sometimes, but they usually are very quiet.
Oh, he DM'd me twice. Wolf, he sent me a message saying Wolf, and then September 1st.
September 1st.
Your birthdays aren't that far
Yeah.
apart.
They really aren't.
Very nice. Good to know. Boopin, how much time until you can start talking again?
That depends on when they stop.
Okay.
Right now, it's fine.
Okay. Well,
They're
then
probably gonna continue in a second.
we'll quickly move on then. What is your
Mhm.
partner's biggest?
There's the dog.
Well, you can answer this, and maybe he can unmute or something. What is your partner's biggest fear?
Ooh. I think his biggest fear is like solo queue supports. He's mentioned solo queue supports, and he's also scared of insects, just like me. So I'm gonna go with insects as like the legit answer.
Oh. Boopin? I feel like I'm gonna get another DM. I hope not, but we'll see.
It's just gonna be woof.
Woof.
Oh,
Woof.
Biggest fear.
yeah.
I'd probably say vehicles.
Vehicles.
Hmm.
In what way? Just being around them?
Yeah, pretty much. They terrify me. Like I can ride in them, right?
Mhm.
But vehicles are scary to me, man.
Do you only travel on horseback?
I wish.
Are you able to drive, or is that just too fearful for you?
No,
Mm.
no. I don't even have my license. I've thought about it, but that is panic-inducing to me.
So you just need to tough it out if you're traveling somewhere.
Yeah,
Do you even
it's
get on
just, you know,
planes?
very, very long walks. I've never actually tried to travel via plane, so I have no idea, but I would assume it's kind of the same.
Mm.
Mhm.
But not actually having tried, I can't confirm or deny, really.
Okay. What is your partner's song that they would choose to sing at karaoke night?
I truly, Boopin, I love you as a person, but I am realizing that I know nothing about you.
Don't worry, I know. I knew how this was gonna go.
You're way more knowledgeable about me than vice versa.
Um,
Yeah, honestly, I have no clue.
if it makes you feel any better, I have no idea either.
Are you even a karaoke person? I feel like you're very
Not
introverted.
really. I am.
Yeah.
I would rather. I mean, I am
Should I
almost all the time, but
should I rephrase the question?
two.
What is your partner's song that they would sing at karaoke night after drinking 18 and a half beers?
After drinking 18 and a half beers.
Okay, see, well, here's where I slide. I have never actually really drank,
Ooh.
so
Okay, let me rephrase the question
yep,
again. What?
okay, let's go.
Okay, it's gonna get too dark. No, I'm gonna stop there. All right. So we're just gonna pass on this question. Should I give her a point
Indeed.
since technically you don't even have an answer?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'm not
Yay,
too.
consolation point.
Yeah, I'm not too big into that, and I don't really listen. Like, I guess my answer probably would be kind of like KDA because that's really the only like
Oh.
karaoke style music that I can think of right now, like just off the top of my head.
Okay,
Mhm.
we do a duet. I sing the Korean parts, you sing the English parts.
Let's go.
What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
Ooh. I think people that are like overtly social, like in real life, like people that are very like bouncy and upbeat and like constantly talking. I feel like Boopin enjoys like sometimes like sitting in silence, but like a mutual silence. Like people that like feel like they always need to talk.
So you would say your partner's biggest pet peeve is like super extroverted people?
Yeah,
Okay.
which I happen to be, so
Mm.
checks out.
Okay. Well, Boopin, what is your biggest pet
Wrong.
peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is constantly needing to repeat myself. Um, I actually don't really have a problem with uh what you said,
Mm,
as long as I'm not essentially expected to be doing the same.
gotcha.
What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
I feel like you're a spoon kind of guy. I'm gonna go with spoon.
Boopin?
I like forks.
Are you a fork
Ooh.
person? Wow.
I like forks.
What is your partner's favorite thing about you, Sailormoonshine?
Um, probably my charismatic nature, kind-heartedness, my humility. No, I think probably just at my sense of humor, like the kind of banter we do, where we just like I don't know, we talk good. Words hard.
Final answer, sense of humor?
Yep.
Boopin, what is your favorite thing about Sailormoonshine?
I mean, in a sense, yes. Um, It's basically just it's easy to talk to her.
Mhm.
She just seems like a friend, you know. Like
Aw.
So you would classify that as, I don't know,
yeah,
comforting?
I'm kind of. I mean, I'll give her a point.
You'll give, oh, okay, you'll give her a point.
Regardless.
Thank you.
Okay.
Benevolent God. Boopin.
It wasn't on the dot, but
All right.
you
You
know.
sure you want to give her a point?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a nice guy.
So this is the final question.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so Boopin, you're going to answer this about Sailor, and then Sailor, you're going to answer this about Boopin. Okay. If you're 5% away, whether it's above or below, it'll still count as a point. Okay. Maybe we'll do you first, Sailor, since Boopin just muted. So we'll do you first.
Gotcha.
What is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament as of this moment? 'Cause right now, there's only you
As of
two
this
and
moment,
2 other duos. So as of this moment, yes.
I think we're gonna go with 25%. Boopin is a cynic.
Final answer.
Uh-huh.
Boopin, what is your percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
100%.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
I've never lost a 2v2 tournament, so
We've never lost a lane.
Why?
We've never lost
Why?
a fight.
why should I think I'm gonna lose right now?
Okay, so 100% confidence. A little off,
100%.
Sailor, but nice try.
A little
Just a
bit.
little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
All right,
I'm
Boopin,
being sabotaged.
you're being sabotaged.
I am being sabotaged.
Oh. That's what my goal is. Ruining friendships in these interviews.
There wasn't one to ruin. It's
Oh, okay. Poggers.
Wow.
Boopin, what is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
Ooh, do I go with a meme number?
Oh, no.
Do-
Whatever your heart desires, whatever you
do,
think.
do I go 69? 69%.
Final
I'm
answer?
locking that in right now. Yeah, I locked it in.
Sailor, what is your percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
Unfortunately, the answer is 100%. Your confidence has inspired me.
Whoa.
She's copying me. She's copying
We're
me.
gonna win.
Dang.
We have secret strats lined up. We tried to like do a 2v2 practice, but it was very janky. Where I was like, okay, I guess like we just do Summoner's Rift against 2 bots, or we invite like 2 of our friends. But then like only one of our friends showed up, so it was like a 2v1, except I wasn't even on Boopin's team. And then we went to the wrong lanes where me and the person I was with went to bot lane and Boopin went to mid lane. It was a disaster.
It was good practice.
It was good practice. It was a very constructive scrim session.
Mhm.
I know what to expect now. Let me
Indeed.
just say that.
We expect total dyssynergy, total jank.
Just complete
But-
domination. There, 0 errors actually, like just perfect play. Just
How
like
are
everything.
our opponents gonna know what we're doing if we don't know what we're doing?
I think that's actually like BBB motto.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100%. We are going to win.
We've never lost.
We've
so.
never lost.
Okay. Well, that wraps it up. Boopin, you both were right. That's the good news, is that Sailor, you were right.
Yay.
Boopin is the more knowledgeable whenever it comes to the duo partners.
Mhm.
Well done, Boopin. Yeah, round of applause. My mic, Discord mic doesn't pick it up, but my recording program does. Well done,
Let's
Boopin.
go.
WeenerBBBoopin wins the round with 4 points, while Sailormoonshine only got 3. With their combined total score of 7, they have 7 points as a duo, compared to the 11 points as the duo of Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie, aka Kreamy Bisexual. But now, the final boss time. The engaged couple. Let's see how the engaged couple does in this game.
Let's flip a coin.
Okay, I will stream in case you want proof.
Okay.
Alright, so Megan, since you are the person that supposedly knows your partner the best, you will call the coin flip,
Okay.
and then whatever it lands on will be the person that answers questions about their partner.
Okay. I'll say tails.
Tails? Are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Oh, Meggo, you go first. You will answer questions about Dr. Phil.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
What is your partner's real life name?
Connor.
Connor, is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. Don't know why I said Connor there. Next question. What is your
Spoilers.
partner's favorite champion to play?
Oh boy, it always changes. He really likes playing Vayne. I know he likes it, but he doesn't always play it because he's hard. I know that's one of his favorite champs to play. But okay, I guess just like he always goes through. I mean, like right now he's going through an Ash phase. But I would say pretty confidently that Vayne might be his most fun champ to play.
Final answer?
Yes, Vayne.
Is Vayne your favorite champion to play, Connor?
I would say no.
Ooh. And what's your
But
favorite
Megan
champion?
is right. I go through phases like crazy. But like honestly, I don't know if I even know the answer, but I know it's not Vayne. It's either Oriana or Kaisa right now.
Okay.
I can't even
Well,
decide.
either one of
but,
those
I
is
mean,
not Vayne, so
right.
okay. Then we'll move on to the next question. You ready, Meggo?
Mhm.
What is your partner's favorite hobby that is not video games?
Ooh.
Let's see. Connor literally plays games all day, so this is kind of a hard one. Other than video games, does watching anime or watching TV count? He does that a lot too.
Connor, whether that's your favorite hobby or not, would you classify that as a hobby?
I'd classify that as a hobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll
I would
say
say that's correct because that's like the only other thing I do.
Yeah.
okay. So watching anime. Point for Meggo.
Yeah. I'm
Well
a
done.
weeb.
You're a weeb. Congrats.
No, not actually. Don't air that.
Next question. What is your partner's age?
27.
Final answer?
Yes.
Dr. Phil?
Correct.
Ooh, well done, Meggo. 3 points. Next question. What is your partner's date of birth?
Wow. Are we doing social security questions?
That's the second to last question.
June 24th.
June 24th. Is that correct, Dr. Phil?
It is.
Well done. Next question. What is your partner's biggest fear?
Me leaving him.
Dr. Phil, you have to answer this one very, very cautiously.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, is it actually, or are you just saying that?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. I can't think of much worse. I mean, other than like being killed.
Mm. So is that a point for Meggo, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if Meggo says it is, it is. What is your partner's song that they would choose to sing at karaoke night?
Oh. No, he has one, but he hasn't told me what it is.
Oh, will we find out today?
It's kind of a secret because I didn't want her to know until I actually sang it at karaoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
should we just skip over this question?
Sure. Or
Yeah.
wait, what about a backup one? Well, no.
We'll
I
just
don't
skip
know.
this question.
Okay.
Okay, next question after that one. What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
When he touches something sticky on the on the doorknobs or on the counter, or my hands are wet because I haven't dried them off enough. Whenever he touches something that is a texture he's not expecting.
Okay, final answer?
Yes.
Am I saying that it is a pet peeve or it's my biggest pet peeve?
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Well, I'll still say that.
You sure? You can change it now if you misunderstood. Or
No,
you can keep
yeah,
it.
I'll say when he touches something sticky,
Okay.
like on a door handle. That is my fault.
What do? Do you just like rub honey or something on it?
I just don't really like
Megan's a
when I'm
fast.
cooking. Yeah, I cook really fast, so I'm like opening stuff up while I'm also working on food, and I don't really. So things just end up sticky.
Nice recovery of the swear word.
Yeah, this is a PG server.
All right. I mean, no, it's all good. People are allowed to swear. Trust me. After the edit that I did with Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie, that was rough.
Yeah.
Anywho, Connor, is sticky stuff your biggest pet peeve?
I would say for like everyday things, yes, touching sticky stuff. The reason why I'm being specific on that is like there are more serious pet peeve things that I could say are bigger pet peeves, but like just random things, yes, that's my biggest pet peeve.
All right, point for Meggo. Dominating. What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
A bowl.
A bowl?
Yes.
Is that a
Final
utensil though?
I mean,
Is it?
I classify a utensil as in like anything, any tool that you use in a kitchen. I don't know if I would consider a bowl a utensil personally.
Yeah, I
but
guess it's like a. Okay,
I
so you're
think
talking
of
about like
knife,
spatula.
fork, spoon, spatula, whisk,
A spoon.
ladle. Spoon? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Dr. Phil, what is your favorite kitchen utensil?
I would say it's a spoon. I eat a lot of cereal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like soup type or like bowls of food type things.
Bowls of food type thing. So if bowls was considered a kitchen utensil, would that have been
Well,
correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're kind of like the same. They serve the same purpose. A spoon and a bowl helps you eat bowls of food type things.
Okay. What is your partner's favorite thing about you?
His favorite thing about me. My personality.
Final answer?
Yes.
Dr. Phil, what is your favorite thing about Megan?
Well, I guess it's kind of the same thing, but it's more specifically that she plays games with me.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
guess
that.
that's
It's like a half
kind of
point, maybe.
half point. We'll give you half point. We'll do 7.5 as the points.
Okay.
That's close enough. Okay, well that is the last of the questions for now. I have one more question to ask, but we'll do that after Connor's turn of talking about Meggo. So I'll save that for last. So Dr. Phil, your turn. You need to talk
Yeah.
about what Meggo's opinions are and what she likes and dislikes, etc. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So same questions as I asked Meggo. What is your partner's real life name?
Megan.
Meggo, is this true?
Yes.
Oh my word, mastermind. Okay, next question. What is your partner's favorite champion to play?
I think I would say Vayne for this question too.
Final answer?
Yes.
Meggo?
Yeah, it's Vayne.
Wow. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen you play Vayne before.
She doesn't
I
pull it
know.
up very often.
I actually have the highest mastery, I think, on Vayne, but I don't play her very often.
Then you need to whip it out in the 2v2. Although Vayne's trash and
Yeah.
so probably not.
Don't do
Your
that,
call.
Megan.
Question: what is your partner's favorite hobby that is not a video game?
Skiing.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Meggo, what's your favorite hobby that is not a video game?
I'm trying to think if skiing is my favorite, other than. I don't know if I would say this. I think I would say maybe reading is my favorite.
Okay.
But it's close.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, that's a hard question. I have a lot. Probably. I mean, I really like Dune. I like Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I read a lot. I feel like it's a hard question.
What is your partner's age?
28.
Yeah.
Meggo, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is your partner's date of birth?
August 12th.
Yes. That's correct.
Well done. What is your partner's biggest fear?
Dying.
Mhm.
Final answer?
Yes.
Is dying your biggest fear, Meggo?
Not exactly. It's getting Alzheimer's.
Oh. What is your partner's biggest pet peeve?
People that brag a lot.
Would you say cockiness? Or just
Yeah,
bragging in general?
cockiness.
Okay. Meggo, is cocky people... nice cock. Anyways, is cocky people something that you dislike? Is that your pet peeve? Your biggest?
Yeah. Cocky people and people who think they know better than you.
Point for Dr. Phil.
Or do things.
Hey.
What is your partner's favorite kitchen utensil?
It's hard. I have to think about what
Yeah.
Megan makes a lot. Oh, I don't know. Maybe just can I just like say like a skillet?
Is that a utensil?
I don't know.
I don't consider a skillet a utensil personally.
Okay, not skillet. I'm rummaging through our drawer in my mind.
You want to get up and take a look?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna say just straight up spatula.
I was gonna, yeah.
Oh.
I'd say that's right.
Ooh. Okay. Fair enough. You guys know each other well, which makes sense. But you guys are literally the only people so far that have answered that question that didn't say fork, knife, or spoon. The only people. I think people only thought whenever they think of utensils, they think of fork, knife, or spoon. So I admire you guys mixing it up. Not only mixing it up, but actually getting it correct. One of the rare cases.
Nice.
All right. Second to last question, Dr. Phil. What is your partner's favorite thing about you?
My ability to go with the flow
Your
and
flex.
have a
Yeah.
good time in most situations.
So you would say your flexibility,
Yeah.
if you were to put it into one word. Meggo, do you agree? Is that your favorite thing
Yeah.
about? Okay,
I'd say
nice.
that. He's
7.
willing to do whatever I drag him to. And not complain.
Okay. Well done. Good boy, Connor. Next question. So we're going to have Megan, you're going to guess Connor's response. And then we'll switch, and then Connor, you're going to guess Megan's response. So take your time to think about this, because you both are probably going to need to think about it. What is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
So what do I think Connor's gonna say?
Yeah, like do you think he'll say 50%, 80%, 2%? And the rule that I implemented is if you're 5% off, whether it's above or below, it will count as a point.
Okay, let me think of. Okay. So I'll say for Connor,
Did I like send you a message, Spencer, of what mine is so I don't like adjust it for Megan's answer?
I mean, I didn't let anyone else do that, so we'll just go with the flow. I trust you guys, and if not, then oh well. It's not going to
Okay.
be the end of the world if change your answer
I'll say
here.
Connor said 60% chance that we win.
Final answer?
Yeah.
What is your percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament, Connor?
I was gonna say 65%,
Ooh.
and I promise I didn't change that after she said it.
Okay. Point to Meggo. All right, let's switch it up. Dr. Phil, what is your partner's percentage of confidence about winning this duos tournament?
70%.
No, I'm not very. I'm 45%. I would say slightly
Wow.
less than half.
Ooh, okay. Well, as
I
long
do not
as
have as much confidence.
dang. So why, Dr. Phil? Why is there a big gap between you two, Dr. Phil? Why do you feel like you have a above 50% chance of winning this tournament?
Because we're better,
Oh.
and I want everyone listening to hear that.
And then Meggo, why a below 50% chance?
There's some really good people. I know Connor and we have like a pretty good strategy, but I don't know. I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna do something stupid. Or either of us is gonna do something stupid. We're just gonna be like it made sense in our heads, but it doesn't show. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that's not the case, but there's always going to be only one winner. So, best of luck. Maybe it's you. Okay, well, if I calculated my scores correctly, Dr. Phil, you got 7 points. And Meggo, you got 8.5. So you guys are correct. Meggo knows Dr. Phil slightly more
Yes.
than
Yep.
the opposite. Well, congratulations, Meggo. You win an imaginary trophy. I hope you love it. Worked on it myself.
Thank you.
All right.
Has anyone else gotten a better score than us?
The highest score, well, you're just going to have to wait and see. So Dr. Phil and Meggo, aka Dr. Meggo's combined score was 15.5. This makes them first place in this game. Second place with a combined total was Kreamy Bisexual with 11 points. And last place was Weenershine with 7 points total. Special thanks for everyone participating in this interview/game. And the tournament will be starting shortly. All right, I think we're good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tournament Kingdom 2 vs. 2 tournament. Hopefully you enjoyed that introduction video. I think some people think it was rigged, but that's part of the game. Anyways, welcome. This is the very first 2 vs. 2 tournament stream that I've ever done. First time actually ever hosting, streaming, and casting at the same time. I should be shortly joined by LaRue. I think LaRue's in the chat. LaRue, hop in here, man. It's all good. He can take his time. We have a fun tournament. Here he is. Hi, LaRue. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm
Pretty
back.
good.
I'm ready to go, and I'm real excited here for this 2v2 tournament coming up here real soon.
As am I. So let's talk about 2v2 information, because a 2v2 is not a very popular tournament, so I just want to go over some rules and such. So here, let me do the 2v2 information section. So the format is Howling Abyss, blind pick, best of 5, single elimination. However, if someone gets eliminated in the semifinals, they'll go into a bronze match for 3rd place. Then the win conditions is be the first to destroy a tower, be the first to get 2 kills, be the first to get a combined total of 100 CS, and then type in all chat 100 CS. After one of these 3 things happens, all players must reset for the next round, because we kind of do everything manually. We can't just have a game end whenever we want. Now let's talk about the duos that are competing in the tournament today. And there is a slight adjustment to this one. I'll get to that in a minute. But first we have Dr. Phil and Dr. Meggo combining to be Dr. Meggo. Then we have the second duo, which is slightly adjusted, Keep Hoping Adversary, which has been switched to KeepBmxingSucker, because Adversary, I believe, was not available, unfortunately. Then we have Kreamypie and Bisexual Lion combining to create Kreamy Bisexual. Then we have MURDERBYSalad with MURDERBYCHANKLAS and Sesame Oil Salad. And the final duo, last but certainly not least, is WeenerBBBoopin and Sailormoonshine combining to be Weenershine. So we're going to get the first round underway, hopefully. I am going to help set up the games. Meggo has already invited me. Wow, Meggo is a step ahead of me. Professional over here right now. All right, I will
so while we've got
invite you,
some
LaRue.
time here, TK, if you don't mind me jumping in here,
Of
let's go ahead and
course.
start talking a little bit about this format because, you know, this is the second tournament of the year. Last time out, we saw a 5v5. Goes without saying, that is the more popular format. And I mean that by a lot. It's very much the most popular format. However, this tournament coming up here, this 2v2 tournament, it provides a whole different realm of possibilities. We could see a whole lot of different strategies here today. 2v2 tournaments don't come around very often. So what I think I'm going to like about this tournament here, TK, is the fact that we won't have much of a meta. We're going to see some interesting strategies come out here today, don't you think?
I agree. It should be interesting with the buffs and nerfs. Basically, Arium is a completely different game. So I'm really curious to see if the people that play the champions that they're known for actually whip it out. Who the heck is this person? Dang it, sad whore. Leave. Please kick them.
Sad Whore, the sequel to American Whore that I saw last night playing some custom ARAM games. But no, it's super interesting. It really, really much is super interesting. Sorry, trying to load up the client, by the way. There we go. It should be loading up here real soon. I've told you about my computer and all of that. But I think one of the things to pay attention to is your win conditions here in this tournament. Like you just said, it's either the first to 2 kills, that's simply a double kill. It's the first to 100 CS, or it is the first to destroy a tower. Now, one of those things, I would say, is very much easier than the other. I would say it's 100% easier to get a double kill or get 2 kills even than get to 100 CS or to take a tower. Now, of course, I'm not saying those things are impossible. And in fact, I expect once a team gets close to 100 CS, if it comes to that, the other team to completely all in. But I think what that means is for this tournament is I'm looking for combinations. I'm looking for 2 champions that can go in very, very early. You know, you and I have talked the last couple of days, just kind of setting everything up, getting ready to go. I don't think we're going to see any kind of scaling champions in this tournament. I think it's kind of a what am I trying to say here? I think it's kind of a pitfall to pick champions like that. You and I talked a lot about Aurelion Sol. I know he's recently been hotfix nerfed. He's very strong, yes, but not early. And I think that's the most important thing to note. Kassadin, very, very strong right now in the 5v5 meta. Not very strong early. So do those champions still get picked up because they're strong? Or are we going to see more early game skirmish champions? Are we going to maybe see some bot lanes here and there? You know, I mentioned Kate Morgana last time we talked. Lots of CC there available. Can kind of wall off some space with those traps. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. I've never casted a 2v2 tournament before. All my work in my 3 years of casting it, it's only been 5v5s. So I am super ready to see what our duos have planned for us here tonight.
Are you saying super ready as in we can go right now? Should I give him a go
I'm
ahead?
saying I'm ready. Let's go. Let's just start it up right now. Plus, I want to pick my champion.
I'm going to, for the people watching, I am going to hide the client so Sailormoonshine and Boopin don't get their picks leaked, just for competitive integrity. So you will show, you guys will see it after they load in. And then please, LaRue, please don't leak their picks that you have, because we're on opposite sides. We're going to be in the game with them, watching live, because the games are so fast typically. Like, this game could end in 3 minutes if people decide to play aggressively enough. So we just figured it wouldn't make sense to spectate.
And like I said, TK, that's kind of what I'm wanting here from our duos. I think this tournament's really going to reward those who look to fight, more so duos that look to scale, because you don't want to play back. You don't want to lose lane. You don't want to lose lane pressure. You don't want to sit in your tower. I think that's kind of the dishonorable thing to do, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not really looking for that. I want to see some bloodshed here in this tournament. I want to see some bloodshed. I want to see teams go at it, pick some aggressive champions. I don't know what that necessarily means here at the moment, but I think kills are a lot more fun than Farm Simulator. So we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Anyone listening, Wiener asked me, do we need Mark? I don't know what he means by that. But I did tell him that you're allowed to take Mark if that's what he means. And this is to anyone listening to this. People can take the Mark summoner spell if they choose to. So I didn't
everything's
clarify
open, is
Yep.
it not? If you die, you can
Everything's
buy
open.
back in the base, which is another strategy we could be talking about here. If you do lose somebody, if you are able to die, does that give your team an advantage the second time round, maybe the second fight? Because if you come back, you start with a Noon Quiver, say, or you start with a Lost Chapter, say, and you die, and you come back with a Mythic item, that could be an advantage in and of itself in a big 2v2 fight. You could get the turnaround. You could get a couple kills there. So lots and lots of wrinkles here, TK. But of course, we're gonna load up and we're gonna see what each other picked. Of course, almost feels like we're kind of team captains in a way. I don't know what your team picked. I don't know what you don't know what my team picked, but it looks like we've got a bot lane, and then we've got a bit of a CC lockdown combo on the other side as well.
Indeed. I don't know. I think the single target focus on Weenershine is slightly better. And the hooks are all going to be on Meggo, I feel like. If Meggo misses a hook, it's going to make this much more difficult for them.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Hook champions as well, I think, have a slight advantage. I think we're going to see a lot of hook champions because it is single target lockdown. You don't have to get any more than 2 kills. Hook 1, you go all in on said person. I think Xayah and Blitzcrank will have enough burst to pick up a kill if you are able to hook out the Ahri. Maybe the Pantheon. Obviously, Pantheon can block a little bit of damage with that shield. But yeah, I am not disappointed to see a hook champion so early on. I think they'll be very efficient here throughout tonight.
We shall see. I'm really curious to see how WeenerBBoopin will opt to use his ultimate, because he can use an ultimate to execute for free, because that is a rule. People are allowed to execute if they choose to. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll just use it as a DPS engage type thing.
I'll tell you what, I might need to go ahead and... I'm going to tell you right now, this is kind of weird operating my little camera. You know, we have our very low spec scoreboard here today, but I don't play on window locked mode, which means I have 2 monitors, and I'm having trouble controlling the camera here at the moment. Very weird, I'm going to say, but...
I'm getting a warning that I'm marked as AFK.
So you're telling us we got to move a little bit.
Oh, wait, I forgot my camera looks different because I go in as Teemo.
Right. Oh no! So don't pick Teemo.
I should probably
for future reference, but
had the map. But no,
we are going to be in the dark. And something to note there on stream: you are not going to see where as we have a hook come out from Blitzcrank, and there you go. First blood already picked up by the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. They're going to look for the second. That's going to be a flash away from WeenerBBoopin. But no. That is something to note as well. You are going to have a little bit of trouble seeing one of the teams, and maybe we'll just kind of alternate from red side to blue side, back and forth, back and forth. But it is going to be a bit different than what you are normally accustomed to watching a 5v5 tournament. By the way, just leave Fountain if you hadn't already figured that out to get rid of that AFK warning. But no, like, already a kill. On over to Meggo, Dr. Phil. Meggo gonna go for the health here, gonna pick it up. Not gonna be too much, but there's another hook on the Sailormoonshine. There is the flash. WeenerBBoopin gonna jump on in here. This could be the ball game. They only need 1 kill, Meggo, Dr. Phil, but they're only gonna find themselves about 50% of each of WeenerBBoopin and Sailormoonshine's health bars.
Yeah, but the Ahri burned the ignite, so they're gonna have a harder time all-inning. They're both half HP, so Blitzcrank is probably just gonna look for a clutch hook and then maybe wrap it up here. It's going to be really hard for them to regen. They do have the health relic spawning in 13 seconds behind them, so probably going to group up for that. Oh, goes for the hook. Hits
another hook, yeah. Another hook coming out, but only going to get a minion there. There's the charm coming down onto Meggo. Going to land a little bit of damage there. Something to note, Blitzcrank does have a lot of health. Dr. Phil landing some auto attacks here to take Sailormoonshine very, very low. WeenerBBoopin very low on mana there. Going to retreat back to the tower at about 40% of his health. So right now, the card's very much in favor of Dr. Phil and Meggo, although they do have to be safe underneath this tower. You see level 6 is going to start coming out here. Dr. Phil, the first one to hit level 6. Meggo, level 6 there as well. But now WeenerBBoopin's going to join on in there. And that's something else we need to talk about here, if we do have some time. Ultimates. How important are they going to be here across this tournament? Is it important to pick a champion that does get an advantage at level 6? Pantheon level 6? I'm not sure. How good is it in a situation like this?
I mean, it might be a macro decision, like I said earlier, if he executes, but we'll see. Meggo going for hook.
Yeah, Meggo looking for it there. Gonna land the silence. WeenerBBoopin popping that shield early. Ooh, a missed hook there onto Sailormoonshine. That could have been the game, I do believe, if that hook does come down. But gonna have to wait here for the time being. As Sailormoonshine, WeenerBBoopin, they just continue to clear those waves. You take a look here at the CS numbers. It's actually Dr. Phil and Meggo very much in the lead. They have a 27-12 CS lead. And that really shows you, TK, how much farming you're gonna have to do to get to 100 CS. It's not going to be an easy feat to scale up and reach that CS in total. Here's Meggo, a hook coming down onto WeenerBBoopin. Dr. Phil going to lay down those feathers. That's going to be the kill, and that's going to be your game. Dr. Phil and Meggo even going to pick up that third kill as well, as that will be the ball game. Meggo and Dr. Phil take game number 1.
And now we leave for the next round. So currently, Dr. Meggo, as LaRue just said, are up by 1. So we're going to reset, and then the losers of that match, aka Weenershine, are going to have side selection. Even though side selection doesn't really matter too much because it's not like we're doing draft pick, it's all blind pick. But they will get side selection. We just need to wait for everyone to fully disconnect in order for us to reset the game.
Yeah, and I will go ahead and say, TK, I know this is kind of some administration business on stream. I think you should go ahead and pick the side that Dr. Phil and Meggo are on for your own sake. Just to make sure that we
For spectating purposes, you mean?
Yeah, just to make sure that we
that's a
keep
good
the
idea.
camera kind of alternating, since one team's vision is going to be on the stream. So it's a bit unfortunate the way we kind of have to do things there, but that's to prevent, obviously, spectator delay. So we don't have to wait 3 minutes to get into a game that takes maybe 2 minutes tops. Maybe 3 minutes tops.
I appreciate that. Okay, so Weenershine has side select.
I need an invite.
Oops, my bad. I got you.
All right, there we go. So,
Actually,
TK, I think we saw there. Are we playing?
are we playing?
I'm down. I mean,
We're replacing them. We're going to play now. I actually am just live streaming
we're
myself
actually
competing
the
in my
Secret
tournament.
Six team. You win the tournament, you have to face us.
Mhm.
No, like, I think that goes to show that last round, hook champions are going to be pretty important, I think. I don't know if it's going to be solely what we see, but First Blood there was picked up by one hook. One hook's all they needed. Combined it with a nice CC follow-up there, that time being the Zaya. So strong. I guess I'm captain, so if
Yeah,
we're ready to go.
you can start it.
go
They
ahead
both
and
said
go.
R. All right, I
Let's
need
go
to
ahead
hide
and go.
my pick thing, like I said.
So what do we see here? So I assume, I know we talked about it, TK. I think you can pick repeat champions if you want. Is that correct?
That is indeed correct. At least for this tournament, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be looking at this tournament if we're going to do more 2v2 tourneys. There's a lot of experimenting going on here, but currently that is the plan.
Yeah, and so of course, we'll wait here until the other two pick in their champions. Want to make sure we don't inadvertently take a champion that they might be planning on playing. So we've got ourselves another 50 seconds here in champion select. Sailormoonshine and WeenerBBoopin again, looking to even up the score there. Dr. Phil, Meggo, they've got themselves a 1-0 series advantage. Need 3 games to win, but winning the first is always important. You know, we talk about best of fives. I talk about this a lot when we're on Summoner's Rift. The first game is always the most important, I'd say, in a series, because it just kind of sets the pace. It kind of sets maybe a little bit of doubt, maybe kind of sets a little bit of confidence on the other side. You gotta be careful though. You can't get too cheesy early on. You gotta make sure you take care of business. But the first game is always pretty important when it's all said and done.
The momentum
know
is
about-
definitely in Dr. Mago's favor right now.
All
Anyways,
right,
it looks like you are the last person to lock in, so it looks like we'll be good to go in about 10 seconds. We'll see what
I was
each
waiting for
team picks.
WeenerBBoopin to lock in here just to make sure that we,
Didn't pick his pick.
like I said, again, I didn't want to pick his pick because, you know, 160-something champions, it might happen. So don't want to take any chances there.
That'd be so awful if you locked in the one champion they wanted.
Yeah. To be fair, as we do see, it's going to be a repeat for Dr. Phil and Meggo.
Running
But-
it back.
And we also see 2 new champions in Renekton and Nico here for WeenerBBoopin and Sailormoonshine. But if they only have one champion available, I don't know. I don't know how much blame I'm willing to take there, but like I said, it's easier to just not take any chances there. So we'll go ahead and throw everything up once more. I'll make sure to walk back and forth here in between the fountain just to make sure that I'm not flagged as AFK. Literally,
Yes, sir.
if you just kind of put your if you right-click the map a little bit, it'll like.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the habit of right-clicking and pressing S to stop.
Welcome to the howling abyss.
This is new to both of us, I would
Yeah.
say. But
Yes.
we are not Riot. We don't get access to all their fancy little tools.
I wish.
I'd
Maybe one
love-
day.
Maybe one day.
Has spawned.
But today is not that day. So, both our teams here, or at least one of our teams, gonna wait for those minions to walk on in there again. I have vision of blue, you have vision of red.
Oh, which Renekton is the Renekton? Oh,
As we
it's
see
not that
here,
one.
Meggo gonna land a hook onto Sailormoonshine. Flash already away. WeenerBBBoopin gonna jump on in. Does find the stun. They are find a little bit of damage onto that Blitzcrank. But Sailormoonshine not gonna win that early trade there. It's Dr. Phil Meggo able to advance in those brushes and take advantage of it. Catching out a very unaware Sailormoonshine. Now Nico, of course, Nico Renekton both have quite a bit of CC. Sailormoonshine gonna look for those stuns through the minions as there's another hook coming down on to WeenerBBBoopin. The follow-up route is going to be there. WeenerBBBoopin going to have to dash on out. Nico and Renekton can have a CC chain if they can find it, but right now, again, that Xayah Blitzcrank bot lane, it's doing some work. Right now, it's just having itself a very fun time, just kind of adding a whole lot of pressure from the get-go and forcing WeenerBBBoopin and Sailormoonshine to just farm underneath their own tower.
One thing that I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, but look at Nico's build. They're going AD Nico, which I find very fascinating.
Yeah, and so, you know, we are not going to see a lot of armor stacking or anything of the sort. So, double AP, double AD, not as important. It's not a deal breaker, I would say, in a situation like this. But it is curious to see the AD Nico. That usually takes a little bit of time to get going. When you are playing it on a mode like Summoner's Rift or even an ARAM, when you die a few times, you come back, you get your Kraken Slayer, you get your I don't know what the AD Nico build is these days, if I'm being honest with you there. I don't know if it's on hit or something similar. I know it was very popular a few seasons ago, but it's always been a champion that just needs a few items to get going. Here's a hook coming down onto Sailormoonshine. The knockup is there, and the follow-up. First blood picked up by Meggo. They're going to look for the win right here. WeenerBBBoopin in a whole lot of trouble. He's going to be slain as well, and there you go. Game number 2. Going over to Dr. Phil and Meggo once more.
Well played. Good hooks by Meggo. She's coming in clutch.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a combination. I don't know if the other round is going on. Is the other round going on at the same time? Is this the only round? Oh, yes.
This is the only round for this round. There will be another round happening at the simultaneously.
I don't know if our other 2 teams are watching, or our other 4 teams, I guess I should say, are 3 teams are watching at the moment. There we go. Figured it out. Took me a few tries. But this Blitzcrank combination, I mean, combine it with maybe your favorite AD. I'm not quite sure, but this Blitzcrank, it could be the pick. It really just could. I mean, we might see other hook champions come out. Could we see Thresh? Maybe Pike? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, what other hook champions? Renata Glass to a certain degree. Which side am I going to join?
I think Weenershine and Sailormoonshine are sticking to Team 1, so I will be Team 1. Wait, no, I won't. I'm lying. I'll be Team 2 if that's the case.
Yes, you're Team 2, and I will be going with Meggo and Dr. Phil, I do believe. I believe it's their turn? Yes, it's their turn to not be.
Well, Sailormoonshine and Boopin lost, so they have side selection.
Yes, but I mean, like, for you on the stream, the team you join is the team that wasn't on the stream last. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, you know what? I agree with your point, but I think what might be better is just in case someone happens to be stream sniping or ghosting or whatever it's called, it might be better to go on the loser's side because the winner's side because the winners already have an advantage. So I think I'm going to stick on the winner's side for now because just in case there's some shenanigans going on, at least. Oh, I can't show this. You saw nothing. I forgot to move my thing, and they make it so quickly, or they hovered so quickly, I should say.
Well, we'll go ahead and wait there. It looks like over on one side, we already have some selections. Gonna wait on Sailormoonshine and WeenerBBBoopin, though. Sailormoonshine, WeenerBBBoopin, they've tried 2 different lanes, haven't had a whole lot of success just yet. But what is going to be the answer here? Of course, we've seen the first 2 games, the same combination. Would not be shocked. I don't know, obviously cannot see, but would not be shocked if maybe we see the Xayah Blitzcrank lane once more. But if that's the case, what's the answer here? 1 lock-in already on my side here. Just 1 more pick to be had.
Okay, I want you to imagine yourself in Weenershine's shoes right now. What duo would you say we need to lock this in to counter this if they pick the same duo? Of
Legitimately anything that can counter Blitzcrank.
Okay.
Like, legitimately anything that can counter Blitzcrank. Take your pick. Because I would guess, and I didn't see, so I have no idea. Again, I have no idea. I would guess the Blitzcrank or a similar champion's coming out once again. So I would focus my efforts on that. But we'll have to go ahead and wait and see here. As we do have all of our lock-ins, myself included. So we'll go ahead and get on in there and see what we've got this time through.
Loading up
Let's
now.
roll the dice. Again, this is a do or die game here for the side of Weenershine. Need to win 3 in a row at this point. So we will certainly see if they're able to come through this time. And so, as you see, no changes on the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. Just going to go ahead and go with that same Xayah Blitzcrank combination. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we do see a Morgana on the other side here. It's going to be Sailormoonshine on the Morgana. And WeenerBBBoopin's going to be bringing out the Akali. Very interesting pickup there. And I would say an okay pickup. Has the Shroud, might still be knocked up. The QE usually comes out fast enough that you're not able to Shroud away. But the Shroud does give you some protection from those ensuing auto attacks. So I like the combination. We will see how well it works here for Sailormoonshine and WeenerBBBoopin. But again, they have to win 3 in a row if they want to go ahead and, well, if they want to move on here in this tournament.
Indeed.
Otherwise, Meggo and Dr. Phil, they'll get an opportunity here to move on.
One thing that we haven't discussed too much is the buffs and nerfs in ARAM. So I was looking at Xayah and Blitzcrank. They are normal. Morgana, I believe, is nerfed. You can double check this for me. Morgana, I believe, is nerfed.
Yeah, I've got the list pulled up, in fact.
Okay, Morgana's nerfed, and Akali's buffed pretty significantly. So Akali might make up for the lack of nerfs that Morgana has.
Akali, yes. Akali has 10% damage dealt, negative 15 damage received. Her energy regen is increased, and her tenacity is increased as well. So it's very tricky to CC her for enough time to secure the kill. So we see a couple Dark Bindings coming out here. Morgana, on the other hand, down the list we go. Minus 6% damage, plus 5 damage taken. So Morgana is nerfed on this mode. You see Meggo going to head on into the bush. Going to be looking for that first hook. Again, that black shield, Sailormoonshine, might be important here in this one. Might going to be looking for that, well, obviously going to either have to apply it on yourself or maybe hit WeenerBBBoopin as well, as you see a Dark Binding connect onto Meggo. Fortunately for her, going to be standing on that health packet, going to be able to secure it for herself.
Very smart play by the Blitzcrank. I don't know if they were tracking timers or they just happened to walk up and the health relic was there, but they were good enough to position themselves to get it right on spawn, so WeenerBBBoopin and Sailormoonshine weren't able to get any heals or positioning on that.
Yeah, they'll obviously still get the heal in the back behind that tier 1 tower, but it is still going to take away a little bit of a lifeline for WeenerBBBoopin and Sailormoonshine. They won't be able to pick that up in case somebody does get hooked and they have to flash away. They have to get themselves to safety. So it's nicely done there by Meggo to make sure and secure that health for themselves, even though they don't gain any health out of it. Here's WeenerBBBoopin in the bush. Going to take a little bit of damage here. There is the black shield. WeenerBBBoopin going to land that shuriken as he flips on out. However, not going to take it this time round. Here's the hook coming down from Meggo. Going to find its way onto Sailormoonshine. Ignite is going to be dropped. Dr. Phil landing those auto attacks. Sailormoonshine trying to flash away. Dr. Phil, one more auto attack. He will get it. Going to hit level 6 now. WeenerBBBoopin going to try to flash away. Meggo underneath tower, taking a couple tower shots. But we'll go ahead and walk on out there. So Meggo, Dr. Phil, they again claim first blood as WeenerBBBoopin still waiting for that level 6. Something to note, though. You did have to notice Dr. Phil and Meggo, they had to back off there because Dr. Phil was very, very low.
That's okay. They'll get the 2 health relics. To the both health relics on the WeenerBBoopin side and Sailormoonshine side will be respawning soon. Let's see how it plays out here.
Ooh. Yeah, you see, WeenerBBoopin does come back with a little bit of extra AP. There's the Shuriken coming down to Dr. Phil. Is WeenerBBoopin going to take it? Not this time. He is level 6. That is very important. So, Ultimate's going to very much mean a whole lot here. Dr. Phil going to be able to maybe dodge a little bit of that Akali damage if push comes to shove. But WeenerBBoopin now going to have a lot more kill potential with that execute. And see, he's even the first one to hit level 7. Although Megan and Dr. Phil will immediately follow. 4 minutes into this one. Right now, Dr. Phil, 25 CS, 17 CS for the side of WeenerBBoopin and Sailormoonshine. Dark Binding coming down here on to Meggo. WeenerBBoopin going to go all in for it here. Going to drop the Shroud. That forces the ult from Dr. Phil. Trying to find the safety of the tower here. There is the Shuriken. Is he going to go all in for it? He has to be real careful about it. Now, with Dr. Phil getting back to the tower, does not want to fall to tower. Would not be picking up that execute, obviously. Dr. Phil landing a little bit of damage. That would be the game. So, not going to be able to go in this time. And that's going to be an ulti on cooldown.
Both WeenerBBoopin and Sailormoonshine went for the refillable pot, which is very interesting. I wonder why they opted to go for that. Maybe because they figured that they're... This also talks like about dying a lot, so they can use it again.
You only get, well, even then, you only get one real proc of that refillable pot, because if you both die, you lose. So, I think you make a good point there. I think it's probably more worth it in the future to go 3 red pots and get a little bit more health there, and maybe even think about biscuits. If health is very important, if health regen is very important to you. So, we'll see here. Obviously, the first round, kind of the first few games, everybody's still kind of trying to work things out. Or if you're Meggo and Dr. Phil, you've already found the combination that seems to work for you. This one's already gone a bit longer than our last few games here. 40 CS now for the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. 38 for Dr. Phil and 2 for Meggo. Meanwhile, 23 CS on the side of WeenerBBoopin and Sailormoonshine. You see also that first tower is at about 80% health or so. So, that tower not really in any danger. Here we go once again. There is the engage. Sailormoonshine, though, in some trouble. That'll be the kill, and that'll be the game. WeenerBBoopin, nothing matters anymore. It'll be Dr. Phil and Meggo who move on to our semifinals. A 3-0 series sweep.
Dominant start by them. They will be facing Kreamy Bisexual in the semifinals. However, we are going to be casting by MURDERBYCHANKLAS versus KeepBmxingSucker for that game, because we might hopefully see them in finals, but those guys haven't been casted, so we're going to cast them, but we will hopefully see Weenershine or Kreamy Bisexual in the finals and cast that. I need to update the bracket because, like I said, I'm running the tournament as well, so I might be a little slow on this. Hopefully this loads quickly. It does. Okay, let me just update Kreamypie and all of them that they are playing the game without us.
Yeah, so of course we will go ahead. We'll eventually be able to find out, obviously, the results of that Kreamy Bisexual and Dr. Meggo result. Whether that goes 3 games, maybe 4 games, maybe 5 games. But we're going to go ahead and jump on over to KeepBmxingSucker and KeepBmxingSucker, I guess?
That's the name is BmxSpecks, and then it's KeepHopingSucker, and they're combined. I said KeepBmxingSucker. I made these names too complicated, is what I'm starting to learn, but that's okay.
It is what it is. Fortunately, not too many names here to learn in this one. So we'll go ahead and set things up and get ready for the next one. Again, we see here, and actually something interesting about this next match here, TK. One of the players here in this one, MURDERBYCHANKLAS, I actually spent about 3 hours last night playing in custom ARAMs with him. Complete coincidence.
Oh.
In fact. But we were in the same lobby for like 4 hours yesterday. So I got to see a little bit of what he was picking. I will say he picked quite a few. He played quite a bit of Aurelion Sol. But like I said, I don't think the Aurelion Sol is necessarily the pick here in this one. But we'll see. Just wanted to go ahead and make note of that because it was a huge coincidence. And I was... you don't see that very often. I don't really get out there a whole lot. So people I've seen out in the wild are very, very rare. So still kind of fun, you know? Very good player. Kicked my ass several times last night.
You know, if he kicks your ass, he's probably one of the best players in the game. No one can beat
probably.
you.
Yeah, if you can beat Bronze 2 LaRue with 6 ranked wins and a 70% win rate on Victor, by the way. But if you can beat me, you can beat anybody, as we know. So we will see. But of course, BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker, both master tier players in their own right. So gotta say they are, I would say, one of the favorites, at least by rank alone.
Indeed. Okay, get clapped.
Alrighty, let's get it going here. Are we ready to go?
I don't know. I think they were waiting on Sesame and Murder. I don't think they said ready yet.
They are.
A little bit of banter.
Yeah, a little bit of trash talk here between our two sides.
Oh, la 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 la.
I will say MURDERBYCHANKLAS was very much a banter kind of guy. There were a lot of banter in the room last night, you know. I'm not really a banter guy myself, but it is what it is there. So I'm not creative enough to banter. I can talk, but I can't trash talk. You know what I mean? I'm a kind boy. I'm too kind for my own good.
Have you ever tried trash talking and then it just accidentally comes
Absolutely.
out and then
Every
it's just
time-
like absolute
yeah.
flame and then everyone just starts crying?
Well, you know, I usually limit it to a nice simple GG easy at the end, or perhaps a LOL. You know, one of my favorite ways to trash talk, and I don't do this very often. Don't think I'm toxic, by the way. Is if the enemy team's BM and flash and mastery, just kind of you know what I mean. And they end up losing or throwing, hitting them with the nice little LMAO at the end of the game. Chef's kiss. Because it gets them to think, I say. But I don't know. I'm not really a trash talk expert, so if anybody wants to give me some tips, drop me a DM, leave it in the chat. I'll up my game. Maybe for someday. Maybe someday I'll compete in one of these tournaments, and I'll be able to kind of put things into motion here. So my side has selected their champions. Just waiting on the other side here. I've got to go ahead and pick, don't I?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous because they're waiting last minute. Okay, there we go.
And disclaimer, if you wait until the final second, TK and I do reserve the right to just pick something. And if it's a champion you were going to play, sorry.
It's not in the rules, but it is now.
It's not in the rules, but now it is. Executive decision, that's a rule. We get 5 seconds, we pick our champions. That means you get about a minute and a half. So a minute and a half to decide between each of League's totally balanced 160 fun champions. So we see here, BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker are going to go for I would say the all-in there. Jarvan and Pantheon coming out here. Meanwhile, your side opting for the Warwick and the Talia. So, I don't know. Second time we've seen Pantheon here today. Didn't succeed the first time. Ended up kind of running right again into that Blitzcrank Xayah bot lane. But we'll see if it works this time around. I think there's a lot of potential here in this lane, I would say.
I agree. I believe Jarvan is buffed in this, Warwick is buffed, and I think Talia is also buffed. So everyone's following the ARAM meta, it looks like, for this round.
Yeah, Talia, a slight ARAM buff of 5% damage dealt. Jarvan, other than the melee buffs, of course, every melee champion in ARAM getting buffs to kind of help themselves out there. Jarvan, 5% damage dealt, negative 5% damage taken. And then Pantheon, let's see, Pantheon, where is he? Where is the boy? He is not on this list, so I'm going to assume nothing's done to Pantheon. Going to assume, yes, Pantheon is just straight Pantheon.
I'm telling you, I don't know how you casters do it, how you guys can manage all this stuff. I'm like so overwhelmed and my brain shuts down. It's like, oh, I need to put this, I need to talk about this.
Well, I've told you, I never, ever stream. So it's a little bit easier for me.
Fair enough.
But I will say, those who do production, I've always been a fan. It's a lot to control here, and especially since I'm now finding out the joys of camera work here. Ooh, I accidentally clicked the wrong side of the map. I'm sorry.
Thankfully, no one's watching your perspective.
Almost found my way in the lane there for a moment. I'll back off and we'll get going here again. As you see, KeepHopingSucker gonna land that first spear. A little bit of damage dropped onto Sesame Seed Salad. So you might want to notice as well, BmxSpecks opting for that Hexblade. Gonna go ahead and go on in with a little bit of magic resist, but looks like we're already getting the all in here. BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker already level 4. MURDERBYCHANKLAS on the forefront of the fight. Gonna be taken down to about 40% of his health and even eating an extra spear after the fact. So that's kind of how you're going to see this Jarvan Pantheon lane work. I don't think this is going to be a lane that looks to farm again. I think this is going to be very much a lane that wants to fight as much as possible. You flag and drag somebody, KeepHopingSucker then pretty much has an easy walk, easy stun, and then you just kind of drop everything from there. A few more auto attacks here and there. Obviously, when BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker, they hit level 6, you suddenly have Cataclysm in the works. But MURDERBYCHANKLAS, when he gets level 6, he has single target lockdown. So level 6 could be something there. Sesame Salad, unfortunately, I don't think level 6 is going to do much for him.
The one thing that makes me nervous a little bit about the Warwick is both champions they're against have easy ways to stop the Warwick ultimate. Point and click W with Pantheon and then EQ with Jarvan can shut him down pretty quickly. They're going to have to save their stuns for that once they're 6, but we'll see how they play it.
Yeah, I will say straight up, I think BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker have the better duo.
I agree.
But you make a slight mistake there. Of course, playing at the forefront or playing at the tip of the tower here, you have to be careful about it with your end cages. Now, we take a look at CS numbers, by the way, something to keep a note of. 17 CS right now for KeepHopingSuckers and BmxSpecks, just 8 right now for MURDERBYCHANKLAS and Sesame Oil Salad. So right now, the advantage going over to our, well, can't say blue side here. I believe I'm actually on the red side. I have blue health bars, but I have the setting on that my side's blue side no matter what. But either way, red side winning. Ooh, here's a Cataclysm and a flash right after the assassination by BmxSpecks there, coming through and just immediately destroying Sesame Oil Salad.
I don't know if you missed that, but Warwick missed his ult because of the flash by Jarvan. So Warwick has no ult, but Warwick is trying to do something under tower.
Yeah, trying to farm out there, just trying to keep him off of the tower. Remember, first tower is a win condition. Very much so there. So has to be able to protect the tower as well, though he's taken a whole lot of his health and damage right now. But yeah, that was a great flash right after the Cataclysm. You saw it was immediately canceled, so he could flash away. I mean, he obviously can flash over his Cataclysm, but wasting no time in canceling that Cataclysm and getting on out there. So all in all, just a very, very good play there by BmxSpecks to secure that first kill.
Agreed. Jarvan went with the Maw Malmortius, and I just realized this, an Arcane Comet. Very interesting combination.
Yeah, a little bit of extra damage, maybe if you land that flag. You know, it comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a slow? I think the flag does apply a slow, does it not?
I don't think so. It's his Q is a knockup if you combo with it, but I don't believe the E is a slow. It's an attack speed buff. Oh, they're going in?
I'm not quite sure, but yeah, here we go. Here, KeepHopingSucker going to drop the shield. Is going to be feared on up there. Sesame Oil Salad landing a little bit of damage. Notice what BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker are doing, though, at the moment here, TK. They're pulling the wave back toward their tower. With the kill lane like this, you don't want to be playing where Sesame Oil Salad and MURDERBYCHANKLAS can stay safe. They want to have some space to run them down if need be. So this is a very good strategy here. I don't think it's for CS purposes, although they do have the advantage in that front as well. But they've got to be real careful. Sesame Oil Salad, MURDERBYCHANKLAS. Definitely do have to be careful here. Oh, here we go. There's the flash and the follow-up flag and drag. That's just going to immediately be Sesame Oil Salad taken down. We continue to fight here. We're all going to disconnect. That's going to be game 1. Going over to KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks.
Wow, they just... It's like they practiced. They were all so synergized on their engages. They must just have good communication. I don't know BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker's relationship, how often they've been playing, but I'm very impressed. They seemed very on point with their shot calling.
Yeah, but I will say, and you couldn't see this over on your side, but on my side, the pings were aplenty. On my way pings, retreat pings, etc., etc. Very much communicating during that game, obviously in voice chat as well. So even even able to drop some communication over there as well. But yeah, it was just a very synergized win for BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. So that was a very impressive first performance. We'll see if they can keep it up here in game number 2. Go ahead and get it all set up here.
Yeah. I don't have BmxSpecks added. Let me see. I think his name is like, what, TTV? Was it TTV?
TTV BmxSpecks. Make sure to
Here,
follow.
I'll just yeah, follow his
I'll
Twitch. I sent him a
promote
friend
it.
request.
Yeah.
Do you guys want team 1? I'm going on their side because I'm figuring they're being team 1, so you should probably join their team, LaRue.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get over here.
Unless, of course, they switch it up. They're team 1.
I will jump on over here, and as soon as we're ready to go, we'll go ahead and jump on in once again here. So let's go ahead and load it up. Both sides ready to go. And again, do we see another team? First round, we saw the same combination each of the first 3 games for the winning side. Do we see that again here? Do we see the losing side change things up a bit? Or do we see just another Jarvan Pantheon bot lane? More questions to be answered here, but we'll go ahead and wait it on out here. Got a minute left to go here in Champ Select.
Using Microsoft Paint to indicate the scores. This is beautiful professional work right there.
Only the best here at the
Tournament Kingdom.
here on Tournament King. Only the best for you all.
I would open up the challenge, but the advertisements literally slow down my computer. And I'm not trying to brag, but my computer's pretty good. But the fact that the amount of advertisements slows down my computer that much makes me cry a little bit. So that's why I'm doing screenshots.
Well, over here on my potato, it's a good day.
Nice.
If the client even loads, so is what it is there.
What specific potato do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. It's a pre-build I bought about 6 years ago.
Okay.
You know, I was a Mac gamer for the longest time.
Same.
I played League of Legends on a Mac laptop. Laptop's long since died. But I bought this when I was a youngin' in college to make sure that I could actually play with steady ping, or not steady ping, I should say, but steady FPS. I don't know if we have any Mac gamers here, but you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, any Mac daddies.
Mac gaming does not have steady FPS, or at least League of Legends doesn't. But now I'm proud to say I play on an amazing 60 FPS.
Woo!
So, woo!
Ballin'.
I could have swore it used to stream much, or it used to play much better, but obviously computers gotten old with time. So we're going to be looking to upgrade in 2023, but let's go ahead and take a look here. We're going to see a Karma and Pike over on the side of Sesame Oil Salad and MURDERBYCHANKLAS. And KeepHopingSucker BmxSpecks, they're going to change things up here. We'll see Akali once more, and we're going to see the Elise there as well. So pretty interesting stuff here. Again, Elise going to provide a little bit of CC. Akali very much the kill lane, or should I say the kill champion. Although there is a little bit of damage coming out from that Elise as well. Elise, obviously, AP damage heavy. So we'll see how things go here. But again, another hook champion coming out for the side. Sesame Oil Salad and MURDERBYCHANKLAS. Does that mean much? Do we see another win for a hook champion? Already 3-0 on stream. We're going to try to look for one once again.
One thing that's really interesting that I never knew about this must have been recent, was that Akali has buffs to damage, 10% damage increase. I'll go through this quickly because it looks like they're fighting. 20% tenacity and 85% damage taken, so they take 15% less damage. But one thing that's interesting is she has a nerf for resource regeneration, which I find very interesting, so she can't spam Qs as much, apparently.
Was that? Is that actually how it is?
That's how it is if you left click. Oh.
It says energy regeneration increased by 20. I think she actually regens quicker. I don't know why it's red, but I'm pretty sure that is actually a buff. But I'm not quite sure here, but obviously much more buffed than nerfed, even if that is the case. I'm not sure. I swear that was a buff. I'm pretty sure it's a buff, but maybe somebody can enlighten me later on that.
Well, Riot is flawless with their client and their patches, so there's no way this is a flaw.
I wouldn't be shocked here. KeepHopingSucker going to take that shuriken, going to jump on in here, then immediately follow up with the Shroud Hook coming through from MURDERBYCHANKLAS, although he'll be taken down to about 50% health. Going to go ahead and back on off here so he can regen some of that here. BmxSpecks taking a little bit of damage. He's down to about 40% health. Another shuriken coming down here. KeepHopingSucker going to take that one as well. Root not going to come out here from Sesame Oil Salad. There's the engage on Sesame Oil Salad. Ignite going to burn. And that's going to be first blood here picked up by BmxSpecks.
Woo. Yeah, Elise is also buffed in this. Their one-shot potential is pretty huge.
Yeah, Elise definitely a champion here that I would say gets buffs because of her difficulty as a champion. Elise definitely... Woo, hold on here.
Wow.
Going in between the towers for the second kill, and just like that, this one is over. Woo.
So yeah, that's why we're watching live in the game. It's because you never know if you have a game like that.
Yeah.
We would still be waiting
that-
for that game to start if we were
Yeah, that's a perfect example of why why we're doing what we're doing there. That game, we still would have had 40 seconds. And, you know, you and I can chat about duos and what we think and how, you know, 3 minutes is a little bit much for a game that can go 2.5 minutes long. So a 2-0 series lead now for KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks. Could we see our second sweep of the day? We will certainly see. We could have a third sweep. I don't know how the other one is going here at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't had any update. Oh, match results have been posted. I'll take a look at that in a minute. All right, I think we're good to go.
If we are good to go, I'm good to go. So I am actually the captain this time. So
Let's wait till they both say R, please. I'm going to get ready to hide the client the second we get in. Or just tell me whenever you're starting it, and then I'll hide it, please. Oh, they said fire it up. Okay, you're good to go.
Go ahead and hide it up.
Yep, go
I'm
ahead.
going in 3, 2, and 1. So back into chance select we go here. 2-0 with a series lead. Could we get ourselves another sweep? We will see here, but we did see a Hook champion fall for the first time. So we now know. Write it down. Hook champions, not an auto win. We did see Hook come down. We did see them able to drop a little bit of damage down onto BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. But again, just the synergized engage there, the synergized all in to go in between the towers there. You don't find that kill? That could have gone very wrong for their side there. You're taking 2 tower shots or tower shots from 2 sides. Those things hurt. They've been buffed a little bit, I do believe. I think. Maybe. I don't... Yeah, I wouldn't... Don't quote me on that. But they do hit quite hard if you stay underneath them for a while, especially in these early levels. Obviously, they become kind of trivial later on when you start hitting those higher levels, you know, when you start building those items. But when you're maybe just working on a starter item and a couple pots, yeah, I mean, they're going to hurt. So we'll see here. Still no picks on my side, so still kind of just waiting to see what the comp is going to be. I see your side all ready to go.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's so hard because I have my thought process on like the comp, but I keep forgetting I can't talk about it just in case.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of, yeah, I mean, I'm finding the same issue here, but we will go ahead and load on up. Again, this could be a ticket to the finals here for BmxSpecks and BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. So
yeah,
let's see what we got here.
I'm excited.
More excited than anything in my life. Let's see. A Nidalee and a Rise for BmxSpecks KeepHopingSucker. And we have Aatrox and Lissandra coming out here for Sesame Oil Salad and MURDERBYCHANKLAS. So a little bit interesting there. Aatrox, Lissandra. Very kind of beefy there, I'd say.
All right, what are the buffs looking like on your side?
The buffs here, let's go ahead and check. Aatrox, small buffs here. 10% damage received, or excuse me, negative 10% damage received. And then tenacity increased by 20% there as well. And then Lissandra, I forgot I can just click on the champion, although I do have the list right here. Lissandra, she actually is nerfed, so negative 5% damage dealt. So something to note there, Lissandra is going to be a little bit weaker than what she normally is. Not too much. I wouldn't say that's a huge nerf by any means. But those Qs aren't going to hit quite as hard.
Our duel begins.
Again, Rise buffed over there. 110% damage dealt. Also going to take less damage. Something I don't think a lot of people realize as well, or something I want to note. It is important that those buffs and nerfs do stack. So I'm not a math guy by any means, but just remember if Lysandra hits a Q on a Rise, it's not just 90% of the Lysandra's damage. Ooh, lots of damage coming out there onto Sesame Oil Salad. It's the 95 going into the already damage reduction for Rise. So those can stack up rather quickly there. I might be tickling a little bit. A couple auto attacks down to MURDERBYCHANKLAS, already down about 50% health. Things already going a little bit in the favor of KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks.
Pushing in the wave, huge wave here for Sesame and Murder to take.
Ooh, MURDERBYCHANKLAS taking the snowball here. Gonna find a couple of knockups. Might be going to the death here. He's just gonna die for that. Maybe a little bit of a desperation move taking that snowball, but he finds himself in a sticky situation. He will fall. He'll be sent back to base. He'll come back with a longsword.
Oh, yeah.
But BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker, might they be looking for the same play as last time? You see them getting real aggressive through that tower. Already taking it down to about 50% health. Could we see our first tower win?
They're
Here
just
in this
shredding
one?
this.
Look at how much damage is coming down onto that tower. Sesame Oil Salad, he's got to clear out those waves. This could be it right here, and that's
game.
going to be the game.
Wow.
That's it. That's over. So, you don't have to find kills necessarily, although you still got the first one there. But yeah, Sesame Oil Salad, just not enough wave clear to prevent the Rise and the Nidalee from just simply auto-attacking that one down, and this series is going to come to a close.
Yeah, well played to MURDERBYSalad. They're not completely out of it. Wait, why isn't this working? Challenge is having its issues, but yeah, there it goes. Okay, it's just very slow. MURDERBYSalad are not out of it yet. They have a third place match, so they have a chance to fight for third place. They'll face the loser of Kreamy Bisexual and Dr. Meggo. I don't know if they're still in the game. I'll ask.
Looks
they're
like
still
they
around.
are, at least judging by your client there, seeing they're in a custom. So, we'll have some time here to kind of rest, relax, and wait for our finals matchup here.
Yeah, they're 4 minutes and 50 minutes into a game. I don't know what the score is right now.
Well, if they've got themselves an extra game, might as well cast it, right?
Yeah, if they have an extra game. But there's no point in going into spectate now because of the delay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll update the bracket screenshot quick. Okay, so MURDERBYSalad is not out of it, like I said. They just are on break now. Hope we don't leak anything important here. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be moving on to the bronze place match, or the third place match, if you will. They're going to be waiting for the loser of that Dr. Meggo Kreamy Bisexual matchup. So we'll wait and see what comes out there.
So the game that's happening right now will be who the winner of that will face KeepBmxingSucker. I'm looking at my challenge thinking that's still their name, but it switched. There has been match results posted. Oh wait, someone must have deleted the message. Okay, never mind. Don't know what was said in there.
Yeah, so while we've got some time here, let's go ahead and remind you, tournaments every month here on the server. What do we got coming up next month, TK?
Next month is going to be
that set in
another.
stone?
It is. The current date, that might change. Let me double check. Let me pull up the calendar here. March 18th. Yeah, the plan is March 18th will be another 5 versus 5 tournament, just like the one we had in January. Same prizes, Hextech chest and key or Masterwork chest for the winning team, and plus you can get a Hextech chest or Masterwork chest for most honorable team. And you can cash out what's called participation points. And in case people don't know what participation points are, is if you look at people in the server, you'll notice a little number next to their name. That's what's called their participation points. And what participation points do is they can cash it out if they get first place in a tournament for bonus chests. So for example, let's say Dr. Phil and Meggo won a tournament. They'll get 1 Hextech chest and key for winning that tournament. Plus Dr. Phil will get 2 since he has 2 participation points, so he'll get 3 Hextech chests and keys. So to build those up, people can keep on participating. So you can get some decent prizes by the end of a tournament if you're consistently participating. But the next tournament is March 18th. And the next tournament after that will be in April. And I'm not quite sure what we're doing. I'm toying around with a few ideas. There's one extreme idea I have, but it'll be a lot of work. But that'll be a surprise for later once I finalize my decision.
Yeah, so the prizes, they're a whole lot of fun here on the server. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of a skin hoe, so I don't know how many skins you have. I have something like 490 or something like that. I have way too many. I've definitely slowed down in my old age, but 490 skins, and I'll tell you, skins I don't think I've ever actually used. You know, you're just sitting there, you're a young, impulsive college student with nothing else to do. You've got a little RP in the bank. And then you find yourself saying, wow, I really, really want Varus Swiftbolt. And then you find yourself never actually playing Varus in your life.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I mean, some of these skins. What am I doing here? Safe Cracker Evelyn. Wow. Rugged Garen.
Classic.
Of course, I do like Riot also sorting it by when you acquired it. So you can actually also see what the first skin you ever bought was on that specific account. Mine, Sheriff Caitlyn. Obviously, it's been changed since then.
It has
But
got a visual update.
Yeah, the visual update with Caitlyn, just the splash art update there as well. So it's not the same skin I bought as a youngin. I guess how long that was 8 years ago. I was 21. No, I was 19. Wow. That is not a statement I wanted to make today. So yeah. Something important to note, not the only 27-year-old named Connor around here.
I know, it's
Thanks
crazy.
for that video. That scared me a little bit. Is
your biggest fear also losing Meggo?
I'm gonna say no because I feel like that's the right thing to say.
Yeah,
but like, nah, just kind of. Ooh, man. Don't check your match history, by the way.
My match history?
Yeah, check your match history.
Is it just a bunch of defeats or something?
Yeah.
Oh
so
man, this is just like my solo queue rankings.
This is the change they made. When I don't remember what patch it was when they did this, but this is something they did. Now, if you leave a game, it automatically counts as a defeat, no matter what. So even I believe even for the teams that are necessarily winning these, it's also showing up as a defeat. So if you have any replays you want to save, make sure you do it before you get into the situation like this or before you start playing customs, because they all quickly I'll get some out of the way there. Not like I had anything recently, just a whole bunch of ARAM losses, but
oh, they invited me. They must still be going on. What is the score? I'll invite you in a minute.
Alrighty.
2-2. Oh, this is the final game. Whoa.
Oh, there we go. So after 2 sweeps, we've got ourselves a ball game here. This is for a spot in the finals. It's either going to go to Dr. Phil and Meggo, or it's going to go to Kreamypie and Bisexual Lion. So very, very interesting stuff here. And of course, no information on what we've had here in our first 2 rounds, but we now remember, you might remember Dr. Meggo,
Oh, I shouldn't show that. Although I'm pretty sure they've been
Dr.
playing the
Phil,
same thing.
Going with the same pick pretty much in all 3 of those matchups. So I don't know what's happened. Have they been picking that same lineup? Or have they been picking something else? Have they been kind of throwing it back? I don't know. We will see here, but my side already set and ready to go. So just waiting on the side of Dr. Meggo to lock in their choices.
I'm currently sending a message just to remind the players
what will
we're playing in bronze match.
What will I lock in here? I'm saying gotta pick a champion that doesn't go in the stealth.
I mean, the stealth thing wasn't terrible, but I was hoping Teemo would bypass the AFK thing, which is why I picked Teemo. Turns out it doesn't. You can't use Teemo's passive properly, apparently.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to really be moving around if you're picking Teemo, or like in a bush or something. I know there's that cheesy level 1 strat. I then proceeded to almost pick Evelyn. But no, like I think you're supposed to be moving around before you get to the middle of the lane and stop. I don't know what triggers the AFK monitor. I think it also comes into effect if you just don't leave fountain, period.
I'm going to try going to the side of the fountain and seeing if that changes anything, like right behind the 2 towers.
Well, I haven't gotten an AFK warning this entire tournament, as we see the picks here. Rengar and set for Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie. And then, yeah, Zaya and Blitzcrank for the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. Definitely something we've seen from them there. 1,600,000 mastery points on Bisexual Lion Rengar, by the way.
I think he's probably played at least like 2.5 games on him.
Yeah, that's at least 10 or 15 games on the champion. So
yeah,
we'll see how things go here. But again, Bisexual Lion Rengar specifically getting buffs in more ways than one. Not only does he have your ARAM buffs, takes a little bit less damage, takes a little more tenacity there as well, or has a tenacity reduction, but now he has multiple angles from which to attack from. He has those 2 top side bushes, of course, but also the 3rd as well down on the bottom side. No longer can you just kind of hang out around the bottom of the map and keep Rengar off of you. All he has to do is just go into said bush, and then he can do the same. Obviously, just a little bit, he has to go a little bit farther, or doesn't have as much range from that bush, but any bush is better than no bush when you're Rengar, so we'll see how things go. Corset, he is nerfed, very much nerfed on this mode, so Kreamypie going with the opposite end of the spectrum there.
I would love to... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, pretty much nerfed in everything that you can be nerfed on this mode. 90% damage dealt, -20 ability haste, takes 110% damage, healing and shielding 90% and 90% as well. There's a hook coming down from Meggo on the Bisexual Lion, going to find his way on into the bush, going to jump back onto the Blitzcrank as he gains a little bit of health. Kreamypie trying to find the engage, not going to find it as he walks away.
I'm really curious what Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie played before this, because Blitzcrank into these two doesn't seem ideal, because you pull in a set that slaps you guys together. Does not seem like a good combo. So I wonder if this was planned by them, or they played something different and they said, okay, we need to counter the Blitzcrank. I'm really curious.
Yeah, maybe the Rengar just being something that Bisexual Lion is very, 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 very comfortable on. But yeah, you have a point there. The Blitzcrank going to hook either Kreamypie or Bisexual Lion. Neither one of them just kind of goes down quickly. You're not going to see the burst like we saw in that first round, where if you hook the, what did we see? We saw
Nico.
You hook the Nico's probably going to die because Nico doesn't really have an escape plan other than popping W and hoping they go after the wrong one. That's not the case here. So could that be the reason why these last couple games have been going a little bit longer? Could that be the reason why Dr. Phil and Meggo haven't had the same amount of success that we saw in the first round? Not quite sure, but at the moment, kind of a farm fest here. Everybody's still very, very healthy. We have ourselves a few knockups there. That's going to be Bisexual Lion retreating toward the bush. Hook coming down on the Kreamypie. Still has his Haymaker available. Not going to use it, though. Going to go ahead and walk on the way.
Health Relic is up for Meggo and Dr. Phil.
And again, when those health... Sorry.
Nah, that's all good. Bisexual Lion, I'm hoping to see him jump into the minion and then steal that Health Relic. I'm hoping in a few seconds. Let's see.
Yeah, I was going to say those Health Relics can also make these games go longer as well. Because if you already have 2 lanes that aren't doing tons of damage, those Health Relics can make it a lot harder. You work so hard to make them lose just a sliver of health, and then they suddenly gain it all back. I think it's 8% missing health on the take, and then it's 16% missing health on the drop. I don't remember the exact numbers on the health relics, but it does add a little bit, especially when you are much lower in health, especially if you've already lost a little bit there. There is the pullback onto Meggo, but still very, very healthy as Bisexual Lion jumps on in. The root coming through from Dr. Phil. But you see Bisexual Lion just going to heal a lot of that on back. Could this be a game, dare I say, TK, that goes to CS numbers? Neither side really making a whole lot of progress here.
It's possible. I mean, clearly if this game is still going on, it is best of 5, but clearly the games were probably longer than the other ones if we're in 5 and it's still going on. So
yeah,
maybe
the last one went to about 6-7 minutes or so. I think 100 CS takes a little bit longer than that. But as you can see down below, right now, at the moment, 35 CS for Dr. Phil and Meggo, 27 CS for Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie. So right now, the Xayah Blitzcrank lane has the advantage. Although you see that fat wave coming back in the other direction. Kreamypie and Bisexual Lion would do a good job here to make sure they farm up each and every one of these minions, just to make sure they keep pace in that category. Or they're going to look for the engage here. This could be a fight to the death. There is the ultimate used by Kreamypie. Meggo going to drop the ignite there onto Bisexual Lion, who has to dash away. Haymaker coming through, but not going to land a whole lot of damage. Meggo tries to run back on top of Kreamypie here. Dr. Phil trying to catch up. There is the flash coming out from Meggo, looking for the kill on the Bisexual Lion. Not going to find it, although the hook is followed up onto Kreamypie. He has to flash away there as well. So Dr. Phil, Meggo, they find the advantage. Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie, they're going to move on back to that health relic. Jumping back on in there, getting the ultimate out from Dr. Phil. Going to jump back on into his tower. So we've got some ultimates down here. Both ultimates down for Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie, and I think both ultimates down on your end there as well. That's something I can't necessarily check.
It is. Both ultimates down.
But-
Blitzcrank ultimate is soon, though, so... Not the
Yeah.
most crucial ultimate. Not as important as Xayah ultimate, but it will be up in probably like 4 seconds.
Yeah, important to note, Blitzcrank changes did go through a few patches ago. So, while he has that ultimate up, if he does drop down auto attacks, he will eventually strike down with some lightning for a little bit of extra damage as well. I don't know if most people know that. They were part of the changes to make him a solo laner and a jungler, or at least make it more viable there as the hook comes down to Bisexual Lion once more. It's kind of an interesting subject. I mean, obviously it hasn't been meta changing. You're not really seeing Blitzcrank come out of that support role very much. But the fact that it can jungle, and the fact that it can top lane, the fact that it can be a duelist almost. I know I was listening to a popular mid lane player, or popular mid lane streamer, Peckinwolf, or however he pronounces it these days. Hold on, hold that thought here. Bisexual Lion in some trouble. Going to be pulled back though. Meggo is by Kreamypie. So we continue to go on here. He put out a few videos playing Blitzcrank in those off rolls, and admittedly, probably not playing against the highest ranked players. I think he was maybe playing in low diamond or so. It looked pretty fun. It's something I think is worth a try if you are somebody who likes to kind of break the meta and do some different things. I think it is worth a try. So we'll see here, but another check of the CS numbers. 60 CS for the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. 58 CS, but Bisexual Lion's very low. Hook coming in. This could be the kill, and it is. First blood being picked up here by the side of Dr. Phil and Meggo. Just 1 kill away.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough situation for Kreamy Bisexual. Their CS numbers are down. They are down 1 death. I don't know. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think it could go to a CS win. I think this could be legitimately our first CS win at this point.
Yeah, considering how long it took to take down Bisexual Lion, who, by the way, does come back with a fully completed Gore Drinker.
Whoa.
That is something to note here.
Oh, he's going to use it now.
Bisexual Lion, but he does have the item advantage. We'll see. They go down to about 50% health here. Going to be ignited. Bisexual Lion will be as Dr. Phil tries to kite on back. In some trouble here. Bisexual Lion going to have that bush. He's going to maybe find the kill, and he does. That's a kill on over to Kreamypie.
The good news.
1 kill away, both these sides. But man, that item advantage huge there, I think, for Bisexual Lion to come back with a fully completed Mythic. Although Dr. Phil completely farmed up, he will now come back with a Mythic item or 2.
Yeah, he now has Berserker's Greaves, so the attack speed boots, and Gale Force. So very big power spike. I'm sure Dr. Phil is okay with that. I don't think they'll be able to get tower here. Xayah has now spawned and will be teleporting in.
Well, if Meggo's smart, she'll go in here and try to just keep them off the tower, and she does. Hook coming down the Kreamypie. They do still have
LaRue grunt!
Ah, no, get out of here! Bisexual Lion in some trouble. Hold on, I gotta get out of here.
Outcast.
I'm out. I'm out. Sorry.
I just see this big cat tree thing just running it down mid. I was like, what is that?
So I've been right-clicking to avoid the AFK warning. And
Yeah.
I guess I may have absentmindedly clicked the wrong place. Bisexual Lion going to be hooked up here, getting a whole lot of health back. Meggo in some trouble here, down about 30% health. This could be it. Bisexual Lion getting
my gosh!
playing here just before Meggo goes down, and that is going to be the win. Dr. Phil and Meggo, they claim the win here in a 5-game series, 3-2.
Wow.
And I don't think I had anything to do with that.
I just get a DM. Hey, by the way, LaRue threw our game. We're going to have to remake the entire series.
No, and then, it didn't happen, so I am glad. I did not step on the health relic on my way out as well. So I'm going to say I didn't have anything to do with that. But yeah, that was a good win there for Dr. Phil and Meggo. Again, a game that went the distance, but yeah, I mean, you saw the difference it made whenever one Bisexual Lion came back with a fully completed Gore Drinker, and then Dr. Phil was just able to match with the Gale Force. Yeah, with the Gale Force there. Gave himself a little bit of self-peel. Was able to keep him off of him. Meggo obviously taking a whole lot of damage there. That game was so close on the side of, even for, even for Bisexual Lion in Kreamypie. That was about maybe 10% away from being able to take down Meggo and pick up the win. So, great series. I presume the first 4 games were just as exciting, but now we prepare for our championship match, which is going to see Dr. Meggo.
Sorry, I'm not saying wait to you, but Kreamy just logged off. I don't know if he knows that there's a third place match. I wonder if he forgot. Hang
Oh
on.
no.
Yeah, hang on. I need to deal with this. This is the peek behind the curtain, lads.
Oh no.
Hopefully he didn't completely log off. I'll feel really bad. Anyways, I'll start setting up the next game. I'll invite you first, LaRue. In the meantime, because there's nothing I can really do for this. Oh, okay. He hopped back onto the Discord. Sorry, everyone. Stuff like this is why I host and don't typically stream. But I decided to give it a shot, and thankfully LaRue is definitely the hard carry here in this cast. That handsome man.
You know, oh, thank you. You know, it is something different. It's just very, very different to cast a 2v2. I think I'm kind of learning that the hard way. One, just being in the game. Obviously, absentmindedly right-clicking my way into lane definitely didn't help. But no, it's a different game. So it's been a whole lot of fun here just to kind of see the combinations that we've seen broken out here. Obviously, Meggo and Dr. Phil have found themselves a combination that they very much like. But other than that, we've seen quite a bit of different like styles here. KeepHopingSucker BmxSpecks brought out the Jarvan and the Pantheon in a win for them, a very dominant win for them there. We've seen a couple Aries. We've seen the Akali. This finals game, it's going to be a fun one here because I think Dr. Phil and Meggo, they're going to get access to their champions. We don't have bans. We don't have my house rule that I was kind of talking about. Someone to maybe watch out for the next tournament. TK. But like, it's been fun just to kind of see what people think are 2v2 dominant. So got maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 more games. We'll see if maybe there's some more rabbit out of the hat work here for these two sides.
Okay, I think
and maybe more Blitzcranks.
Okay, yeah, and the third match, or third place match is underway. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of that at the end after this. I just think the finals is I think more people want to see the best of the best, with all due respect to the people in the third place match. But let's see how it goes. Oh, gotta hide this.
If you have a tournament and you don't show the championship match, what are you doing?
Yeah,
but anyway,
unfortunately.
Into Champ Select we go here. My side's already all set to go. Giving me a nice full 80 seconds to pick what I want to play.
Ooh, think about it carefully. You might cause them to win or lose.
Think about it carefully and make sure I don't actually find my way into lane this time.
I was like, wow.
That's my one goal here for this next round. Of course, I've picked a different champion each and every time. So let's see what I break out here.
What if there's a champion that brings bad luck and a champion that brings good luck?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not a biased caster, so I'm not trying to play favorites here. I'm just simply trying to pick the champion that I want to see myself for about 10 seconds before I eventually just take the camera off of me. So
I'm just locking in Braum unless someone happens to lock in Braum before me. Then I don't know what to lock in.
I am going to lock in. Oh, I'm the last one here. Sorry.
Don't say it out loud. Actually, nah, you can.
I mean,
everyone's
matter.
locked in. At this point,
I locked in Aurelia. Like,
whoa!
Whoa! Crazy.
Sabotaging the tournament.
Oh my! I've locked in Aurelia, a champion I've basically played twice. Although Aurelia, one of the very first skins I also got as well. Aviator Aurelia, which is one of her best skins, by the way.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. I like the splash art.
It is a pretty good splash art.
It's a pretty good splash art. But anyway, we do see here again. Nothing going to change here from the side of Meggo and Dr. Phil, Blitzcrank and Zio once more. And over on your side, going to see the, well, I was about to say the Braum. How about the Mordekaiser and the Elise? That's a nice, fun little wrinkle there for level 6. Could we see Mordekaiser just simply send somebody on into the Shadow Realm and turn this 2v2 into 2 separate 1v1s?
Oh, that's going to be impossible to watch now that I think about it.
That will be a little bit impossible to watch. We won't be able to see on either side, but that's okay. To be honest, we haven't been able to see, we haven't been able to see in the bushes either. So it's not like we have 100% of the information at any time.
Yeah, it's true. You're just gonna have to cast all the dots moving and assume what they're doing.
Yeah, you know, Meggo going aggressive there with the hook, but a nice repel there from BmxSpecks to avoid said hook. And that's a lot of mana there. Mana hasn't really been a huge issue in this tournament thus far. But something to note there, Meggo has to be careful with those hooks because she can run out of mana pretty quickly after a few misses. Another hook thrown out there, not going to connect. It's Dr. Phil Meggo pushed a little bit off the wave there. You see BmxSpecks really threatening down there. That repel, very, very dangerous. Especially as it follows up to a, whatever you want to call him, Mordekaiser's pullback. You follow it up there, you pull him back, and then that's a guaranteed Q as well. 2v2s, very simple to land CS chains, or should I say CC chains. There is going to be a CC chain right there as the repel, the cocoon comes on to Dr. Phil, although he will be able to find a little bit of trade damage back onto BmxSpecks.
Health relics up.
Health relics up, picked up by Dr. Phil, although BmxSpecks will be able to pick up that health himself. Dr. Phil, BmxSpecks, both sitting at about 70% health here at the moment. Dr. Phil pushed back on in. Meggo's hook not going to connect. So again, BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker push in this wave. Although Dr. Phil and Meggo do still currently have the CS lead. Very slim pickings here at the moment, though, but it's 8-5. Able to pick up that cannon minion. See how he does on the caster minions. Going to get a couple of them there, but actually going to look more for KeepHopingSucker. Ignite's going to be dropped as well as the exhaust. Down to about 50% health, still ticking a little bit, but able to walk away. They'll move on back to those health relics.
CS numbers are dead even. Oh, wait, never mind. Dr. Phil just got one, but they're basically dead even, almost.
Oh, I forgot to move you. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, they're actually even, by the way. Tournament King. Still
this Braum is terrible at CSing.
Yeah, this Braum, man, holy cow. So actually, forget what I just said. You can see it on the stream. It's actually dead even. 13-14 here at the moment. But yeah, so Dr. Phil going to avoid the pullback. Something important to note here, Dr. Phil, Meggo, they've had to go the full length of the tournament to get here. And also, very much outranked. Obviously not going to mean a whole lot. We're talking about Summoner's Rift ranks there. But BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker, two of our highest ranked players. I do believe Dr. Phil and Meggo are two of our lower ranked players. I know, like I said, doesn't matter a whole lot there. But it is something important to note there. It's a whole lot of fun to see maybe two sides on different ends of the rank spectrum being able to kind of synergize and prove that they can play 2v2. Here's a hook coming down, repel used by BmxSpecks. Gonna drop those spiders, but they'll immediately despawn, trying to find those auto attacks on the KeepHopingSucker. Gonna take him low. Could this be the all-in engage? Dr. Phil gonna use the ult very, very aggressively, but now is taking the exhaust. The ignite, excuse me. That's first blood picked up by BmxSpecks. Meggo on the run now, trying to get back to that tower. Hook is gonna connect, but does not go into tower range. Gonna follow up with the knockup, but KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks do get that first kill.
And the good news for Dr. Meggo is Dr. Phil can now get items. I don't know what he's building right now because I don't have that spectator feature, but you probably can see what his power spike is now. Anything spicy?
He's not going to come back with a mythic. He started out with that Guardian's Hammer, so not going to have enough gold there. Ooh, BmxSpecks going to have the ignite ticking, but there is the ultimate. There's a death realm used by the Mordekaiser. Does he find the kill? Is he going to do it? No, not this time. As he comes on out here, Meggo, no mana, but does have the health bar intact. And that's the most important thing.
Oh man, this is a close game. This is finals, baby.
Yeah, these are two teams I would say that of the games we've watched here so far, these have been the two teams I'd say that have shown the most synergy. Obviously, you expect that from an engaged couple like Dr. Phil and Meggo. I would hope that they'd have that communication that's key to a healthy marriage. But KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks have had kind of an eerie kind of synergy themselves. Ooh, a nice hook coming down onto KeepHopingSucker. He's in some trouble here. He's going to flash on into the bush, going to try to find himself some safety. Meggo on the wrong side of things here. And that's going to be the second kill. That is going to be the game as Dr. Phil just going to go ahead and complete that kill just for a moral victory as game one goes over to KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks.
That was such a close game.
Yeah, that was a very, very close one there. You saw a nice flash by KeepHopingSucker there. A flash to get into the bush, and then the immediate shield to make sure that Dr. Phil couldn't find those last few auto attacks he needed to pick up the kill. So nicely done there by the side of BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker, as they're 2 games away from taking the championship.
You know what? As a tournament host, if the games keep going like that, I'll just make it like best out of 11 or something. Keep the entertainment going.
Holy cow, my brother.
Let's see how long you can last casting. That's the goal now.
And, well, the question is, can Dr. Phil and Meggo stand playing Blitzcrank and Zaya every game for a best of 11 series?
Yeah, I don't know. They might need to mix it up. We shall see. It wasn't really a flawed thing, though. It wasn't like they got brutalized.
I would say,
They just...
they definitely had it going on there. Meggo with a few nice hooks onto BmxSpecks there. Actually, more so nice hooks going down onto KeepHopingSucker. Just weren't able to complete the kills that time through. So, I think if that game goes a little bit in the other way, I think they were cooking. I think they maybe would have been able to find a kill or 2. But my side already set to go. Your side hopefully will soon follow up as well. Let's wait for game number 2 of this best of 5.
Have an interesting hover here. That's all I will say.
I'll go ahead and lock mine in for you.
I think, I might be wrong, but I think they've played at least twice. KeepBmxingSucker has played at least twice, but besides that, I think they've been playing very different champions every game.
Yeah, we've seen. No, I was gonna say I think we've seen 2 Elises, maybe, from the side of KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks. That might have actually been an Elise in another game, but I think it was actually them who played it, or maybe I'm just wrong. I don't actually know. Let's go ahead and get on in here, as we see once again Dr. Phil and Meggo gonna opt for that Zaya Blitzcrank combination. But we see BmxSpecks go back to that Jarvan. Going to be combined up with an 80 carry this time. KeepHopingSucker going to opt for that Ezreal. So, see how it works out for him here. Last time we saw the Jarvan, we saw it with the... what did we see it with? Oh,
it was Jarvan Pantheon.
We saw it with the Pantheon.
Yes, sir.
And so, we'll see how the champ change for KeepHopingSucker turns out this time through. Items here, you see everybody actually going to be opting for the starter item. As that's coming down to BmxSpecks immediately, already in a little bit of trouble here. Going to be ticking down there. The ignite, could this be the ambush? Dr. Phil, no, not going to be able to find the kill, although the exhaust is going to be dropped. KeepHopingSucker, Dr. Phil going to trade exhausts there. BmxSpecks already so low. Might just have to sit behind that tower for a little bit there. What a lovely play by Meggo and Dr. Phil to start off this game too.
What is the... Do you know the number of what the percentage is on Flash? A percentage, the cooldown on it? Because isn't it shorter in ARAM?
It is shorter.
Can you hover over it real quick? Do you have Flash? Oh, I'm an idiot. I could do it. It's 100... Oh, wait. I think I have runes that reduce it. No, I don't. Okay, it's 176.47 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, it's shorter than Summoner's Rift, but those flashes are going to be down for quite a while. And so... we'll see if that maybe plays a factor here. Jarvan not able to really cancel those hooks like KeepHopingSucker is. But you see BmxSpecks wisely playing on the opposite side of the wave, although Meggo going to throw out the hook, almost found it. Now going to run up here, going to go ahead and land that knockup. Dr. Phil with the follow-up damage, but it's just not enough here at the moment to secure the kill.
I think on the side of Dr. Meggo, the strategy is try and get that Jarvan, because if he dies, he's not going to have a big item power spike. He has 0 CS right now. Barely has any items. I think that they really want to shut down this driver, not just for the kill lead, but also to shut down his gold income so he can't have a huge power spike.
Yeah, that's super important. A kill that happens early on, so much better than a kill that happens later on. Although you do see BmxSpecks, he has biscuits, so he'll have a lot of health regen. He'll be able to gain a lot of that back, although not using it here at the moment. Not using it just yet. Has no health pots, but those biscuits will come in every once in a while to help him regain that health. Now going to pop it here and gain a little bit back. Don't think they come in any quicker in ARAM, so I think the next one's not going to come in for another 3 minutes. But if this game does go the distance, it's just a little... health regen is never a bad thing, you know? That first one definitely helps.
The inner relics are now spawned in.
Yeah, the health relics are in. You see BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker going to immediately back off toward those health relics.
Yeah.
Gonna take the first as Meggo throws a bush, or should I say throws a hook toward the bush. Not gonna connect with anything there. unaware that KeepHopingSucker BmxSpecks were actually behind their tower. That's going to be the Arcane Barrage used. He's going to use that ulti on the wave there.
BmxSpecks just hit his teammate with the Blitzcrank thinking emote.
Yeah, it didn't really do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things there, but we'll see if maybe that cooldown really means a whole lot. CS-wise here at the moment, it's actually going to be a slight lead here for Dr. Phil and Meggo. 29 to 27, your CS lead. BmxSpecks playing kind of the support role. Of course, Meggo playing the support role for her side. And I think that's a good idea, TK, to let one player get all that CS. That way you're not competing, you're not throwing each other off, and letting the minions end up taking the kill instead. We haven't seen a 100 CS lead so far, or we haven't seen a 100 CS win thus far. We've only seen one tower victory so far in this one. But I think it is a wise strategy as a fail-safe to make sure that at least one person is getting all that farm. And then, I mean, even if you get killed and come back, that gold income is going to mean a whole lot too. So,
do you remember?
Very smart.
Do you remember the days in really old school ARAM where you could build support items on ARAM?
I do not. I haven't played since 2015. I played in 2015, so if it was a change that happened before then, I am not aware of it.
I don't know when it was, but you used to be able to build support items, and you could have so much gold income with that. Because you could stack the relic shield and stuff. Long time ago. Probably like 5-6 years ago.
I don't remember that ever being a thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
You are. With all due respect, I'm 100% sure. It was just long time ago.
Well, now I want to know. So
very long time.
Well, you got some time here. Although the hook comes down onto KeepHopingSucker, ignites ticking. Gonna use that arcane shift to get away. Although
so many minions.
Burden down there has the ultimate, but that's gonna be first blood. Cataclysm has BmxSpecks trapped here in the corner. Gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Might just go ahead and try to flash away, but it's too late. A double kill for Meggo, and that evens the series at 1 apiece.
Well played. I'm happy. It's 1-1. We have a good series here. This is the first non-3-0 game that we've watched so far. I'm just happy that's not another 3-0.
We obviously watched the game 5 of that Dr. Phil and Meggo and that semifinals matchup between Kreamy Bisexual and Dr. Meggo. But we're now at least going to head on into 4 games. This is now going to at least be a 4-game series there. As you saw that Xayah Blitzcrank lane, it helps out. It helps even the score. And Ezreal really couldn't do a whole lot there. Didn't have too much in the way of damage, I would say. Maybe a bit too low on the damage front for BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker.
They're going to opt for red side, it looks like. I will still spectate the same people, just to be safe. Like I said, I'm always going to spectate the winner, but if it's on 1-1, then I'm just going to continue spectating who I left off. Oh, wow, they started instantly. Did they? Oh, they both readied up. Okay.
Well, I am still looking. Oh, it was removed from Howling Abyss in patch 7.8. So I guess I was playing at the time. I don't know how much, but that was 6 seasons ago.
Yeah. I was right. I think I said 5 to 6 years, no?
Yeah, I think you said that. I think you were right.
I'm very impressed with myself.
Hey, tell you what, controversial choice here. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick here.
All right.
For our next contest. I know I just
time.
announced that on stream, but I will be right back. So.
Okay. Have fun.
Hold on to your pick is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Good call. Hope you guys are all enjoying the stream. Like I said, thankfully there hasn't been any massive problems. I'm very blessed for that, but I don't know. I think I've always been interested, since LaRue's not here and I have time to talk, I've always been interested in like streaming, not necessarily casting, but just streaming all of the behind the scenes. Like what happens if there's 11 teams happening behind the scenes and what I'm doing. Maybe I'll make a recording, although that would be a long recording. But it's fun. It's fun being able to cast, even though it's definitely not my strong suit. I'm not as talented as LaRue. But maybe one day I'll do like a documentary type thing. That might be interesting. We'll see though. Anyways, we have 8 seconds before I need to lock in my pick. Hopefully he's speedrunning it and can come back in time. Locked in my pick now. Let's see what the opponents picked. Right now it's Jax and Nocturne on my side, which you'll see in just a second.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You ready for game
Get
3?
Here. Yes, game 3 tied 1 game apiece. course, the winner of this one, they will be 1 game away. No matter who wins this one, they'll be 1 game away from perhaps claiming the championship in our first 2v2 tournament of the year. So, again, Xayah Blitzcrank, we've said enough about it tonight. We already know what to expect from that lane. But 2 new champions over on the side of KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks. You've got the Jax and you've got the Nocturne there as well. BmxSpecks opting for the Barrier and Ignite. Is that the first time we haven't seen a Flash here tonight? Have we not had Flash in previous games? I know in 1v1s. I remember this from that All-Star event. You and I talked about that All-Star event. That I was kind of taking a little bit of inspiration from. But I know we did not see very much in the way of Flash in that tournament. It was a lot of Exhaust and Ignite combined. Just very battle-heavy summoners. Because once one person engaged on the other, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much going to be the game right there. Somebody was going to die. So, we haven't seen it a whole lot here. Everybody kind of opting for Flash. There's another hook coming down on the BmxSpecks. KeepHopingSucker to jump on in. Already down to about 40% health. Yeah, BmxSpecks does not have Flash. He's going to pop that barrier, though. Dr. Phil going to walk on into the bush. Trading kills here. This could already be it. KeepHopingSucker, Dr. Phil trading auto attacks back and forth. Dr. Phil does not have the pullback. Nice Flash to set up the route. Although KeepHopingSucker jumps back on in, picks up the second kill, and that is that. 50 seconds. Our game number 2. We're just 1 game away from crowning maybe our champions. Was that our quickest game?
I think so. I don't think minions are even there yet.
Yeah, we didn't even get minions. Were they even spawned in? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think they said minions have spawned, and then Jax killed Xayah right after.
Yeah, but what was that? Was that maybe the plan there for Dr. Phil? Excuse me, not Dr. Phil, but rather KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks. Maybe they were planning on, I wouldn't say planning on getting hooked, but maybe planning in case that happened, in case they ate the hook, in case things happened real quickly like that. Jax is very strong as a duelist in those early levels. So yeah, I mean, it was a good 2 champions there, and that barrier came in clutch there, able to stay alive just long enough to land a little bit of extra damage before Dr. Phil was able to take him down. So what a game. That was a whole lot of fun. Our 2 sides both happy about it. You see the chat. LOL that game. XD Ripperoni. But we get back in here for game number 4. Yeah, game number 4.
This could be it. Match point for KeepBmxingSucker.
Yeah.
Curious if they'll close it out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Of course, pulling back the curtain, you and I had some discussions over the last couple days. I'm feeling kind of foolish right now, TK. I told you best of 7 would probably be too long, and now I feel dumb. I just straight up feel dumb. And
well,
you know, it's funny because in that same conversation, I was telling you if teams don't fight to the death, I would get angry. But
they're fighting.
These games are flying. This tournament's about an hour and a half old. But these games, they are flying, other than a few exceptions. But even then, on the long side, it's been about 7-8 minutes or so. So maybe we can do best of 7 next time through. Maybe not for every round, but the finals, yeah. Maybe best of 13.
I think what might be interesting if we have this amount of duos, so 5 duos, I think it might be interesting to just do a best of 3 round robin where each team faces each other once. And then we do tiebreakers at the end, which sounds like a lot because that would be like 25 games.
That's a lot.
Wait,
of
no.
games, brother.
That would be 15 games per team per duo.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this 2v2. Ooh, nice spell shield there by BmxSpecks. By the way, you see, it's actually a run back of that last game. The Jax and the Nocturne for BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. The obviously Xayah Blitzcrank for Dr. Phil and Meggo. But there's a lot of different things you can do with this 2v2. And I mentioned my house rule earlier, TK. One of the things I maybe want to see for the next tournament, and again, it's all up to you. I want to see, and this is no shot at Dr. Phil and Meggo. Obviously, they found a strategy that's very much worked for them. I want to see champion elimination mode. You play a champion, you're no longer allowed to pick that champion. Adds for a lot of variety here as KeepHopingSucker's pulled back on in. Gonna land a double root, but does land quite a bit of damage. Does see a lot of bit of damage on his way out. There is the fear dropped onto Meggo, gonna come through with it, but under the safety of her own tower, able to get away. It just adds for a lot of variety, I think. And you know, it really adds a whole nother layer of strategy. Like, do we want to break out our favorite lane in this early round matchup? Do we think we can save it for maybe a different round? Are we confident enough? Just a whole lot of things to think about there. But again, our next tournament 5v5, and then maybe from there we'll revisit that. But either way, KeepHopingSucker taking a whole lot here. Taking hooks, taking roots, but still about 40% health or so as he heads back to that health relic.
Who wants a piece of the cake?
7
Very
CS to 5 here.
Standoffish.
Nice. Yeah, very standoffish here at the moment. Not a whole lot of action, but KeepHopingSucker, BmxSpecks,
Even the heaviest
hanging out in that bush.
CS lead for Zaya currently.
Sorry. Gave my team an AFK warning. Or an AFK surrender notice if they want to give up. And
That would be a plot
if they want
twist.
to hand if they want to hand the championship over because I stood in the fountain for a little bit.
Mhm.
I mean, I've already almost influenced one game today. Why not another? I still can't believe that happened. You know the length of the map that I had to go in either to even show up on that side.
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost tragic. But again, didn't influence anything.
Mhm.
Didn't even step on the health relic. So
We probably
My
would have
bad.
needed to remake if that happened, but thankfully we
yeah,
don't.
we probably honestly we probably would have just remade that one.
Yeah.
I would have felt too bad to not do that.
Mm.
But I've learned my lesson. I'm not right-clicking the map nearly as much as I was previously. Just side to side, back and forth.
Yep. Huge minion wave for BmxSucker.
Yeah, you notice here, BmxSucker. Yeah, there you go. BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. With the two melees, I'd say as far as CS advantage goes, it goes over to Dr. Phil and Meggo, who are playing that traditional bot lane. They do have the lead here. It's a slim lead, 27-22. But I'd say it's a little bit easier for Dr. Phil to farm it up there, as you do have two melees on the other side. Level 6 gonna hit. My screen's gonna go dark. I have no idea what's going on here, TK. I do see a health relic gonna be dropped, but that's actually just gonna be that. Huh. That was interesting. Kind of like Mordekaiser Death Realm, except I can't actually see anything. So, let's hope that that doesn't influence the outcome here. Want to stay on top of things, but no. You see Meggo, Dr. Phil, both relatively healthy as a hook comes down to BmxSpecks. Going to take a tower shot there as well. Dark Harvest stack going to be coming through. No, excuse me, that's my Dark Harvest stack. As Dr. Phil's going to land a few more auto attacks. Exhaust dropped onto KeepHopingSucker. Going to find the stun onto Meggo as they try to retreat off toward that bottom health relic or that in-between health relic. I think they have the one available for him. Yep, going to pick that one up and come back with a little bit extra health.
CS lead in Dr. Phil's favor currently, or Dr. Meggo's, I should say. So they're chilling. They're just probably going to try and farm it out. And if they all in, Zaya, I don't know if Zaya has ult right now, but Zaya can ult if they all in, I think. No Nocturne ult for a little while, because we saw that shenanigan happen.
Well, yeah, you saw it. I saw nothing.
That's true.
No. I will say Zaya does have ultimate available. Meggo doesn't have ultimate just yet, but will here in about 2 or 3 seconds.
Mm.
And that Blitzcrank ulti, not the most important in the world, but it can be. If you time it right, can throw somebody off their rhythm there. You think you're going to get the fear, you think you're going to drop the spell shield, and then you just don't. But either way, Meggo, Dr. Phil, going to retreat back toward that inner health relic. They have the opposite health relic as well. So, if they want to take it, and they do, going to be coming back here to lane with full health. Well, for the most part. You see Dr. Phil still just a little bit.
Might be able to heal off the
gone.
Guardian Hammer. Bisexual Lion just typed in chat, what's the score? It's currently 2-1 in favor of BmxSucker.
You're right. Ignore me in the chat. I'm stupid.
I
forgot. That
2-1.
game 3 was so quick, it just did not register in my mind as a game. So, 2-1 in the favor of BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker, looking to secure that championship as a wave crashes on into the tower of Dr. Meggo. Still doing a good job of farming it up here. Still have a very slight CS lead. It's now 53-48. You see BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker doing more of a balanced CS approach. Just kind of whoever can pick it up is picking it up here at the moment.
Mm.
But they are keeping it very close, at least.
It's
Although Dr. Meggo still has that advantage.
the score is 2-1 BmxSucker currently. So if BmxSucker wins this, the game's over and they're the champions. If Meggo and Dr. Phil win this, it's the final best of 5, final game in the best of 5.
Under tower here, you see not a whole lot of action at the moment. This one's actually getting pretty close here to our 100 CS line, TK. Now, something I want to talk about here. As Dr. Phil and Meggo get closer to 100 CS, it might be imperative for BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker to just go in. To just try to kill their opponents. Because you just can't give up like that. You have to try to at least keep them from getting there. You see the lead's actually grown. It's now 73 to 53. 20 CS as the hook connects, but a nice spell shield from BmxSpecks to keep himself safe. Now 75 here to 40. Nope, 75 to 55. There's 25 CS the lead. Here's the engage from KeepHopingSucker. Now going to back it off, though. Hook brings him back on in. Not going to find the root either. KeepHopingSucker going to drop the ignite. Now you see BmxSpecks still hanging out in the bush. Not going to make a move on it just yet. Might be waiting for that all in. Might be letting KeepHopingSucker kind of just farm it out there. Although Meggo's hook not going to connect. They actually have no idea where BmxSpecks is. Oh, they're going to find him here. Dr. Phil in some trouble. Still with the ultimate, though. Going to be feared on up. Here we go. Here comes the engage. Dr. Phil in some trouble. There's the ultimate used. Dr. Phil with the flash. A flash follows as well. Can't see anything. Looks like the fighting is under tower. Hook trying to connect on the BmxSpecks. Not going to find it. Nobody dying. But Meggo and Dr. Phil do take a little bit of damage as the wave pushes back toward BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. They're going to be able to catch up a little bit here on CS. Dr. Phil and Meggo have to be a lot more careful here.
Man, this is
this one's intense. You know, I said I was going to flame if it got to that point, you know, where maybe we see 100 CS lead, but this game hasn't necessarily lacked for action per se. There's been a couple fights, but now you see 77 CS, now to 72. KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks, they've closed the gap in a hurry.
Yeah,
Dr. Phil and Meggo, they're having to farm from deep, and I think that wave's pushing back toward BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. This is wave control at its finest. As you see Meggo now using that hook to farm up.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird usage there, but they've got to be careful. It's now 79 to 76. BmxSpecks being ever present in that bush. Meggo misses the hook. That's going to be the engage button for KeepHopingSucker. They're going to be looking for the kill here. Meggo being feared up. Going to be backing off there, but she's going to die. That's first blood. Dr. Phil under tower, back to about 50% of his health. That's first blood. And so, well, KeepHopingSucker, so close. Dr. Phil lands a little bit of damage on the way back out, but hey, look at that. BmxSpecks, KeepHopingSucker, they get more time to farm it up there now in the lead. They've got 85 to 79. This has been a 30 CS swing in a very short amount of time.
Tower damage.
Yeah, tower damage as well. Meggo just spawned up here. Could we see a tower victory after all this? And we will.
GG.
So tell you what, after all of that, it won't end on a kill. It won't end on 100 CS as we keep playing here. KeepHopingSucker, BmxSpecks, they're looking for the kill. They do find it. But they are going to be your champions.
Congrats.
They won the first time. Excuse me. Yeah, congrats. But they won the first game through tower. Excuse me, they won the first time we saw a tower victory. It was on the side of, well, should I say, BmxSpecks and KeepHopingSucker. And then what do you know? They secure the championship. The only team, I think, to win a game in a situation other than 2 kills. So, congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. And I will try. Did they post the match results? Someone did. Well, we know that Kreamy Bisexual won the 3rd place match. I don't know the exact match results. I think they're in chat. Bisexual Lion and Kreamypie. Do you know what were the results? Was it like 3-1, 3-2, 3-0?
Take your time. It's okay.
3-0. Okay, so we have a 3-0. So that means that Kreamy Bisexual, let me open up the duos real quick. Kreamy Bisexual get 3rd place and get a Hextech chest or a Hextech key. We have Dr. Meggo that got 2nd place and will get a Hextech chest and key or a Masterwork chest. And then 1st place was, even though this picture isn't fully accurate, we have a mystery skin. So congratulations to all the winners and thank you to all the participants. LaRue, would you be so kind to do me a favor and hop in their team chat and ask if KeepHopingSucker and BmxSpecks wants to do an interview? I would hop in there myself, but I'm just afraid in case they're talking about something super private and leaking it on stream. So
1 second. Let me invade.
I'll move you in. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send me over.
Sorry, guys. I just, in case they're saying something private or saying something inappropriate, I don't want it broadcast. Let's see if they might not want to do an interview, but we shall see. I'll bring up the bracket now. We had Kreamy Bisexual with 3 wins.
They said okay.
They said okay. Let me take a screenshot so I can show the results. Oh, I need to move him in here. My bad. I'll move him in a second.
I'll let you ask the questions, brother.
You're welcome to ask the questions. I don't really know what questions to ask, to be honest, but we'll wing it.
We aren't really focused on CS.
Oh, sorry. I moved you guys probably mid-conversation, huh?
Wait, we're being invited.
Where do I go? What do I do?
I moved you guys.
Good day.
Are you guys ready for an interview, or are you in the middle of talking?
Both.
No, we're good.
Both?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Both.
All right. Well, congratulations on winning.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'll start with BmxSpecks. How did you come into this? You came out of nowhere and just started dominating.
How did I get into the tournament?
Yeah, like I know KeepHopingSucker asked you because his original partner wasn't available, but did he just message you? Were you surprised? Did you think you were getting into anything that was being streamed? What was your reaction?
Yeah, I didn't know. I had played with him in solo queue. I think he was playing Lulu, and I was like, oh, he played pretty well. And then I guess he messaged me off of that. But yeah, it was really fun. Liked it. Enjoyable.
Glad you enjoyed it. And I think did you accept my friend request? The only reason why I'm asking is because I want the first place gets a mystery skin.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
I'd recommend accepting. You can delete me after I send it.
To get the skin.
Yeah, you can delete me if you get a skin. Up to you if you want to remain friends or not. But KeepHopingSucker, how does it feel to win your first tournament ever in the Tournament Kingdom?
What do you mean, my first tournament? I won Aram.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, I am mistaken.
And I never got invited to the post-win talk because you think I'm unhinged.
No, I never said you're unhinged. I said that there might be
You
some
never
people.
said that.
Yeah, the people in this tournament I know for sure are pretty chill. I don't think there was any drama, but trust me, there has been some very heated moments in the past, which is why I'm very cautious on letting teams have access to other team chats. So.
Yeah. Like, of course. Yeah, this could spell trouble. So yeah, how does it feel? You know what? I feel that's how it should be every time. I think all of the guys I faced and all of the guys I played with in all of these tournaments are good, and most of them are like good enough to be contenders, but like you know, I just play longer. I sleep less. So yeah, I don't want to say it's deserved, but like, you know,
he puts in the work.
Yeah, you might
to
say
get the
so.
wins.
Clearly it showed today, and clearly showed in your ARAM tournament as well for getting first place in that. So respect to you. So what do you think is, what was the strategy going in? Did you guys have a strategy? Did you talk about what picks you were going to do, or did you just say, I feel like playing this, so then you just played it?
Can you guess?
Can I guess? I assume you just kind of winged it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
To be fair, we did draft the Nocturne later on in the Zaya Blitzcrank with some other things, but initially, yeah, it was just kind of 4 fun picks that worked out.
The Nocturne, the Nocturne pick was really funny. That win in like 20 seconds was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fast game. LaRue forgot about that game existing after it ended because it was so fast.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was a strategy behind every pick that well, I don't know about BMX, but every pick that I made is just like there is a pool of champions that are like viable in a 2v2 ARM scenario where you start with level 3 and there are all sorts of restrictions. And I went with my gut feeling, but my gut feeling only applied to champions within this pool. For example, Ezreal was trolling because Ezreal is weaker than most champions under those circumstances. So yeah, but all of the others like Mordecai, like Rice, you have seen like EQ, W, whatever, and 60% HP gun, like level 3, very little counterplay. So yeah. But BMX went with the champions he knows best, like Nidalee, Elise. He's a jungle main.
I was gonna say, looks like a jungle main.
Sorry for stealing your line.
No, okay.
Was there a duo that felt like surprisingly good that you didn't expect to feel good that you picked with all the random champions you guys seemed to pick, even though there was strategy?
I fully expected it to be this way. Like because I know he's good, and if you're good, like everything just falls into place. You don't have to think about what he will gonna do, because like he will do like whatever is necessary. And secondly, I have played with him before, like once in this Q rank, so like I had a rough estimate.
I think Xayah and Blitzcrank had a good strat. Blitzcrank's gonna hook him in. Zaya's got her E after, she can stack up. So that's a nice little stuff that they have.
Yeah, I really have to. This is very commendable, and they were like really good contenders. It was tough facing them.
How it should be in the championship. Glad to hear that it wasn't a complete breeze for you guys. I appreciate you showing respect to your opponents.
No, we actually almost lost. Ironically, we could have lost that for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely close. It wasn't even if it was a 3-0, it still would have been close, a 3-0. So it was LaRue and at least I was kind of I had such a hard time casting because I was so entertained.
3-1 because they killed us with the Jarvan.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was 3-1. I'm just saying if it was a 3-0, it still would have been.
Oh yeah, they put up. Good job.
What were you gonna say? Keep hoping. It sounded like I rudely interrupted.
All of these games with Xayah Blitzcrank were like very equal because only one small detail decided them. For example, when we lost because I pressed E on Ezreal to to buffer E and avoid a hook that already hit me. I pressed it a little bit too late, and it didn't go off, right? And we both died. And same thing goes with them in the last game. Like the tower fell a little bit too early. Like it just fell too fast. In their plan, Blitzcrank would come and kill us both from behind, and completely like good strategy. No one can predict that.
So I am going to probably ask every participant in this this question. But since you guys are here, and since it would be interesting to hear a winner's perspective, and you can feel free to say you wouldn't change anything, but I'm just curious, if you guys were to readjust the rules in any way, shape, or form, how would you readjust it? With, of course, still being fair. Yeah, you guys have any ideas and suggestions? Because I'm all ears, and I'll be asking every single participant this question.
Let me think.
I can go first if you want. If you want like slightly longer, I mean, I think the problem is some of these games can go really long. Some of them can be 2 seconds. But maybe second tower instead of first tower falling. That way there's like potential for like people resetting with execute off the first tower or the second tower and getting items. But it depends, I guess, on how long you want them to go. Because I mean, some of those games can be done in a second or last like 15-20 minutes.
Okay. So you're saying that your suggestion, or your thought at least, was to just have it be 2 towers instead of 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe otherwise. The issue is that we are required to get 2 kills, and 2 kills can be gotten in 1 team fight. And if there were 3 kills to get, then one team fight wouldn't decide it. And like it would prolong the game, like decently enough. But second tower, my friend wasn't playing Aram all this time, since the new changes, and he doesn't know how hard it is to break the second tower. Because the first tower falls down and blocks path, and it creates this little choke point, and it's really hard to push. So yeah, I believe 3 kills instead of 2 would do the trick nicely.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, there's gonna be. I would like to do another 2v2 tournament in the future and just keep on changing the rules until we figure out a perfect balance where it's decent amount of length, everyone has a chance, figure out like if there's any champions banned. So I appreciate the suggestions. Curious if other people will agree or maybe come up with something else.
If
we'll
you are
definitely
really
take a look
going
at
to
it.
do this, then consider making a pool of champions rather than all pick. Make it like 20 or 30 champions allowed every time.
That is an interesting idea. However, the biggest problem is there's some people that might not own that many champions that might participate in the future tournaments. So I don't want to screw over players like that. Why I like the suggestion though, I really do. But Riot isn't willing to bless custom games with all champions unlocked.
You're right.
One thing that LaRue actually suggested, the co-caster who's with us currently, I don't know if he's here literally, but he suggested doing, I think it's called like a fearless draft, where his suggestion was to basically, if let's say you guys pick Jack's Pantheon, and then after that game's over, you can never pick Jack's Pantheon for either the rest of the match or the rest of the tournament. Would that sound interesting to you guys, where if you pick something, you can't pick it again after you play it?
It does sound interesting to me personally, but again, it is unfair to players that are like 1 tricks or 2 tricks. So yeah.
Okay.
It requires a completely different set of skills, to win such games.
All right. I'll go into more. I'll hibernate on I'll organize the next one or balance it. Okay.
Well,
Anything?
You have thoughts to process, yes.
Yes, I do have a lot too.
Yeah, if I want to say something and make it public, then it will be this. Okay. These names are hilarious team names. Yeah.
Thank you.
As always, thank you for all the work doing it and connecting everyone. But these names, man, they are so good.
Hey, man, I tried. I did this last year, and some of the names last year were pretty funny too. I just figured that was the best way to do it. Well, I appreciate the compliments. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, LaRue, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Do you have any questions for these champions, or are you good to sign off?
I think you actually covered most of what I would normally ask. I was going to say what were kind of some thoughts heading on into that finals, what brought about the Nocturne Jax pick, but I think you really asked everything I would normally ask myself. So I think I'm good to go, brother.
All right, awesome. Oh, wait, I got a DM. Let me just see. Okay. It's not related to the tournament, I don't think. Okay, well, for the people watching and for you two listening, the next tournament will be a 5 versus 5 tournament on March 18th, Saturday. KeepHopingSucker, I hope to see you participate again. And I don't know how you feel about this, BMX. You're kind of just thrown into this server in this tournament. But I hope we see you get to compete and maybe play jungle in one of these tournaments. I think that would be a blast to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Glad you enjoyed it. Do you guys have any anything you want to say? Last thoughts, the words, anything you want to shout out?
I was rooting for Lion.
You were rooting for Bisexual Lion?
Indeed.
He's a sweetheart, isn't he?
He's not.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think he's a sweetheart, but it's all good. Is that all you had to say? Keep hoping.
Okay. Good luck to you guys.
You too. Okay, BMX, anything you would like to shout out? Any last words before I end the stream?
No, I'm good. Just, thanks for having me. It was fun.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations again to you both. Congratulations to Dr. Meggo for 2nd place and Kreamy Bisexual for 3rd place. And shout out to Weenershine and MURDERBYSalad for participating in the tournament. Again, like I said, next tournament will be March 18th, Saturday. If you want to join the Discord server, you can scroll down in the Twitch panels and then join the tournament Discord. Thank you all so much for watching.